Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Barron Field for today's women's lacrosse matchup. Let's introduce the starting lineups for today's game. First, for the visitors from Tampa. At number 4, in the midfield, O'Neal Gallinson. Number 6, in the midfield, Cece Colombo. Number 12, in the midfield, Madison Birch. Number 16, in the midfield, Lizzie Pierpont. Number 21, at defense, Holliston Wagner. Number 22, in defense, Danny Waters. Number 23, in defense, Erin Sistak. Number 31, at attack, Olivia Mott. Number 34, in the midfield, Alyssa Romano. Number 35, in defense, Paige Short. Number 43, at attack, Sarah Henkel. And starting in the goal for the Spartans, number 45, Kylie Warnken. Tampa is coached by Kelly Gallagher and is assisted by Kaylee Gilday and Hillary Ham. And now, introducing your starting lineup for your 5th-ranked Florida Southern College Moccasins. At attack, a graduate student from Naples, Florida, number 2, Marley Moon Gaddy. At attack, a senior from West Hampton Beach, New York, number 4, Haley Dalio. At defense, a sophomore from Doylestown, PA, number 5, Ryan Kelly. In the midfield, a freshman from Charlotte, North Carolina, number 6, Reese Colwell. In the midfield, a freshman from Gainesville, Florida, number 10, Ellie Griffin. At midfield, a sophomore from York, Pennsylvania, number 13, Abby McFerrin. In defense, a graduate student from Valrico, Florida, number 14, Allie Loudon. In defense, a 5th-year senior from Marrittsville, Maryland, number 22, Abby Hammond. At midfield, a freshman from Everett, Washington, number 24, Maria Reeves. At attack, a senior from Boca Raton, Florida, number 25, Lizzie Lynch. At attack, a junior from Delaware Beach, Florida, number 26, Madison Kennedy. And starting in goal for the Mocs from Neconsett, New York, number 44, Patricia Worker. Florida Southern is coached by Kara Reber and is assisted by Rachel O'Tell, Brittany Rhodes, and Brenna O'Neill. Our head athletic trainer is Reg Mungrew. At this time, we ask you to please rise and remove your hats as we honor the United States of America with the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
Lawton. Sorry about that. Lawton is Lawton.
All right, hello and welcome to Barron Field here in beautiful Lakeland, Florida, where Florida Southern will be taking on the University of Tampa Spartans here in Division II Women's Lacrosse. Exciting game on tap for today, John.
Yeah, it always is. It seems like when these two teams square off. And, hey, two top 15 ranked teams going at it for the first time this season. And like I said, they always put together a pretty gritty battle.
Yeah, this is the, I believe this is going to be the first of several of these really tough SSC battles between conference teams. They've all, dipped their toes in other waters, played some other teams, and now it's time to get busy and have the conference games.
Yeah, well, we got Rollins and Embry-Riddle coming up on the schedule, but the team they're playing tonight, I mean, they've got 5 losses on the season, but they have really dipped their water in the competitive side of Division II, with a lot of the teams that they've played so far being among the best, including the top 2 teams in the country in terms of Queens and Lindenwood, UIndy, Grand Valley State, Regis, all those teams this year. They're a 5-5 team, but they've lost some really good squads.
Exactly, and if we've learned anything in the past couple of years, the score watching on, especially it seems like Florida Southern, Tampa, and Rollins, they can have scores that look a little unusual in other games. When they come together and play each other, it is always a battle.
Yeah, very, very different. I mean, we saw these two teams square off twice last season. The Mocs won them both, including the very last game of the season. You remember that one was here. It was a 19-4 victory for the Mocsons. So that's certainly something that Tampa's going to be thinking about coming into this one. They ended their season on a very low note. The Mocsons, of course, on a pretty high note in that victory.
Yeah,
so
exactly. And the Mocsons are coming in here after 2 big wins on the road. They went up and took on Roberts Wesleyan. Roberts Wesleyan is a very good team. It was a battle up there in the cold weather.
Oh, yeah.
15-10 victory, and then of course they also had a victory over Findlay. Those are all played up there at Tiffin. I'm sorry. Right. Those are all played up there, I believe, at the Findlay campus.
Tiffin's campus.
At Tiffin's campus.
This time around, Tiffin's campus. But yeah,
right.
You said, I mean, we always talk about the benefit of playing down here when the teams from up north come, but that was brutal. Cold, rain.
Yeah. Yeah, so I saw a game day photo somebody took of the bleachers with snow drifted, so it was nice. All right, well, we're set to go here at Barron Field here. We'll see. We got Kennedy, and I believe we'll see Pierpont. We'll see who steps up here for Tampa at the center. She draws away, and boy, Kennedy goes and gets it herself. Looks like the Moccasins are going to have the first possession. McFerrin now. We see some immediately pressure defense coming from the Spartans. Oh, what a great feed. Boy, they don't waste any time. Lizzie Lynch just found a wide open space in the center, and Abby McFerrin hit her dead on and just sailed it past Warrington.
The offense has really been clicking all season long. They're averaging over 17 goals a game, so no surprise to see them score in the first 20 seconds, especially between those two, McFerrin and Lynch, 2 of the top point getters on the team.
Yeah, and that first draw is so important. I mean, every draw is important, but kind of setting the tone and trying to be the one who's controlling play in the center is so important.
Yeah, and it should be interesting today. These two teams get about the same number of draws per game. Mocs at 14.67 and Tampa averaging 13.4 per game, so this will be interesting.
Yeah. So great opening play there by the Moccasins to go up 1-0. Low draw. The officials aren't happy. We're going to award it to Tampa. So we'll get the first look here at Tampa. Pierpont, I believe, will start things off. Tampa's got a couple of transfers. Look for number 12, transfer from University of Louisville, Madison Birch.
Yeah, she leads the Spartans with, over 26 goals now, I think, on the year, 28.
Yeah.
And they score a lot, too, as a team. They're averaging over 15 goals per game, so it could turn into an offensive battle.
See what we have going on here. I think we have an offside, but it was complicated by something else.
Usually it's the shot clock.
Yeah. So we'll get things reset. Tampa will start here. Birch up top here. Now we see, I believe that's Holderman, number 9, transfer from Jacksonville. This is Sarah Henkel, 43. She'll be on the ball a lot as well for Tampa. Left-handed shot. Boy, puts it past Patricia Worker. It's a great little shot, moving right to left, shooting back towards the right. Good little shot there by Hinkle.
Yeah, she basically took it herself, and no surprise for to see her scoring early either. I mean, she's second on the team now with 23 goals, and hey, she's good, just like the rest of them. Like I mentioned, that Tampa's a good scoring team. It really is about for them trying to limit this Mocs offense, and it goes both ways.
Yeah, exactly. They have a couple. They have some talent from Ohio on the Tampa team. A couple different kids out of that area. Hinkle being one of them, out of Hudson, Ohio. So 1-1. Tampa comes roaring right back. They didn't take long to answer the call there. New draw here. I believe that was, I couldn't see, but I believe it was CC Colombo, if I saw correctly.
Colombo sisters. I think there's 3 of them now on the Tampa roster. They're good.
Up and away, Colombo after it, but boy, Maria Reeves, great first couple steps there to get after it for the Moccasins. Ooh, high pass there to Griffin, but Griffin hauls it in. Boy, Ellie Griffin's she's got a lane. Boy, I'll tell you what, she drew a foul, but she just kept going with it. The advantage was played, and she put it in the lower corner. Great shot.
That was a phenomenal move, too. First she made the tough catch, and then the nice little drive in, little jab step, beat the defender, and all alone, which she figured she was taking it to the net at that point.
Yeah, great determination to continue through that play.
We started to have some big games earlier on the season. I think she's cooled off just a little bit, but we know she can get going pretty quickly. 18 goals on the season, now 19.
So it seems like 2 quick goals. Boy, both teams back and forth. It's interesting because I always feel like when we play Tampa, it turns into a little bit of a defensive battle, and it's not a super high scoring game. And boy, this looks like the offenses are clicking.
Yeah, definitely.
Right away.
Yeah, earlier on, a minute and a half in, and each team is tallied. The Moccasins twice, of course, and it looks like draw control is going to be pretty important, especially if these offenses continue to be as potent as they have been early on.
Yeah. See how this goes. Moccasins using Griffin and Reeves on the circle. Ooh, Reeves had it, but ran into a wall there. Now a whistle, but Birch will get the. Ooh, this is going to be a yellow card, I believe. Looks like the stick touched the head, but I don't know if the official didn't see it. They can't call it, so Birch will get awarded the ball, and we'll just continue.
And you mentioned her. She's a transfer out of Louisville, leading the team with 28 goals.
Yeah. Oop, a little extra contact there from Delio. She'll just continue. Trying to see if that's
Sistek.
That's Sistek, yeah. Seasoned veteran here. Birch now. This is Colderman. Gonna get that right-handed shot. Great save by Worker. A little kick save. Kelly comes out with the ball and watched by a double team there. She needs some relief. Finds it in Abby Hammond. Hammond gets the ball switched over to Loudon, and looks like the Moccasins got some more room here to work with Gaddy now. Boy, great ball movement there. Colwell goes upfield with it. See what Colwell sees. Nothing there. Lizzie Lynch now set up behind with oftentimes McFerrin. Oh, great little pass to Dalio. Looked like the ball went wide. I couldn't see exactly.
It looked like it. One extra move, and I think she just pushed it wide. Mocs had the backup, though.
Yeah, great stuff by Lynch and McFerrin back there. So here's Lynch. Nice little feed once again. Boy, Haley Dalio finding a lot of space there in the middle of the 8.
Yeah, you talk about Dalio. She's really caught her stride now. A couple of 5-goal games as of late, and they'd love for her to have another one today.
Yeah.
And, there's another big one. Mocs just attacking the cage is what it looks like, and they're having great success early.
Yeah. Remember, she was the one, I believe, that got things going against Colorado Mesa the last home game. She turned it up right in the beginning and put a couple in. So, see if the offenses can still, keep it going. Boy, I expected a little more, a little stouter defense on both ends here.
Yeah. But I think both teams have had a relatively path to high-quality chances.
Yeah.
By the way, good for Patricia Worker, get that first save of the game. Sometimes that can be the toughest
Exactly.
in a game like this. But
yeah, and that can be the difference right there.
yeah, especially early on. I mean, these 2-goal deficits can turn into 3, 4 that quickly.
So it looks like Alyssa Romano on the circle for Tampa. She'll be matched up against Ellie Griffin. On the other end, I believe we'll have Birch and Reeves. Ball straight up. Oh, great stuff. Kennedy comes away with it. This is McFerrin. Just uses her athletic ability there to get out of trouble. Got a problem? No. I'm going to reset the clock. We got offside. I know. It just, you know.
There it is. And now everybody's on side, it looks like.
Yeah. All right, so the Moccasins set up. Smith now in the game. Over to Madison Terre. Boy, again, that looked like, boy, that was a great little sidearm by Dalio. Just didn't find a home there.
Goal, he just got a piece of it and it deflected onto the backside of the goal. That was one of those that flips up into the air and only inches away from landing in the back of the net.
This is Danny Waters, 22. Great defender for Tampa. Ooh, this is Birch. She's got some space. Boy, great pass from Birch down to Olivia Mott. Olivia Mott is no stranger around the goal. She is, let's see, Olivia Mott, that will be her 13th goal of the season. She also has 15 assists for 28 total points now. So great pass from Birch to Mott.
Yeah, those two work a lot together. And I'll reiterate the point. I mean, it seems pretty easy right now for both sides in terms of getting a shot right in front of the net. And really no chance for Worker there. So,
you know, I'll be honest, it's uncharacteristic to see the transition get in behind the Moccasins like that. I mean, that was a 3-on-2.
Yep.
You know, we don't normally see that.
No. There was time to reset. It wasn't necessarily a fast break. It'll be interesting to see how both teams react. And, this isn't a positive way.
No, it looked like we had maybe that's an early entry signal, so somebody came inside the zone after the referees did not want people in.
Right, yeah. It could have been a substitution thing also. But
yeah. So here's Waters again. She'll bring it across. Hope now. Abby Hope on the ball for Tampa. Round to Mott. Mott now guarded by Loudon. Kelly now switches off. Boy, great run there from Birch. Shows you why she's, I think that's Birch. Shows you why she's number one on the score sheet. That was just a great drive. Came up and under the one defender and then had to go up top and just wrap the shot around, kind of a sidearm around the defender's back.
Well, this is certainly, unlike any game that we've seen so far in terms of what we've seen out of the first 5 minutes. 10:47 on the clock. Each team has scored 3 times, and again, each goalkeeper has 1 stop. But for Madison Birch, it can't be that easy. She's got 29 now on the year, and for both defenses, they're probably going to have to do a little bit of searching at the next time out.
Yeah, it seems like the 1v1, both defenses are not standing up. So we'll see how it goes here on out, but back at center, if this keeps up, the draw will be even that much more important.
Right. We're even at 3 right now.
Looks like Griffin might be the first one there. Boy, Colombo got there first, though, didn't she? Oh, early entry. Boy, Florida Southern guilty again. Looks like Tampa will get the ball. Tampa now with a chance to go ahead. Colombo brings it in.
Check by Lizzie
Nice
Lynch.
little check by Lynch. But now Waters will get it across successfully. So Tampa will set up again. See if this Florida Southern defense can stand tall. Gaddy on Colderman. Looks like Mott. Oh, great little contact from Loudon. Causes the ball to come loose, but alert play there from Henkel, and Tampa gets the ball back. So Birch will set things up. Watched by Griffin. She's got Calderman underneath. Looking for that ISO, I believe. Now she'll drop it off. Mott behind. Loudon doing a nice job. Boy, that's a strong left-handed drive. It looked like she just kind of overpowered Gaddy a little bit there on the just to get a little room to get the shot off. Looked like it went on the lower right-hand side of Worker.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just found the short side. That's not a bad goal to give up. I mean, that's a tricky shot, you said. And there are a couple things that I liked a little bit better about the defensive possession there. A couple well-timed stick checks, and that's just a good drive. Goal scorer's goal there. And for Colderman, that's her 15th on the year.
Yeah, she's no stranger. She's, I believe, from Jacksonville as well. So, a couple of girls. She's a local Florida girl, too.
Yeah,
from
Naples,
Naples,
Florida.
Florida. Right? All right, so 4-3. Tampa takes the lead now. This is what we talked about right here.
And a lot different
Middle
team.
Of the first quarter, neck and neck.
Yeah, a lot different team than the last time they played, which is under a year ago.
Yeah.
Tampa scored just 4 goals in the whole 60 minutes. So
Yeah.
this is going to be a gritty one.
Yeah, that was. I remember that was unusual.
Yeah,
that was lights out play by Florida Southern that day.
Trying to make a statement.
Yeah. So back at center, let's see if we can have a legal draw. Up. Boy, Kennedy bats at it. Ooh, Griffin. Great little snare there. Watched by Hinkle. Hinkle with that back check. Almost got it off. Abby Hammond now helping out. Boy, shows a little speed through the middle of the field to get things up for Florida Southern. Gaddy now takes over. We'll see the Florida Southern offense seems, a couple minutes here since we've seen this attack set up. Tampa kept getting awarded the draw. McFerrin finds Dalio, but just not open on that one, I don't think. And Tampa takes advantage.
Some good speed there.
Way up the field, yeah. Oh, finds McLaughlin, I think, number 11. Gosh, great run, though, there by, I believe that's Christina Romano. Oh, great shot, but a save by Worker. Boy, what a save. That's the second one today. That's just, those can be game-changing.
Yeah. Man, that's the difference again. Tampa scored 3 straight now. And
yeah, that stops it right there. Yep. Now, Moccasins will have a chance to clear. Boy, Loudon makes it through there. Little contact. Dumps it off, and Smith will take over now.
97 career points coming into today.
Oh, good back check there. Oh, it's Gallinson for Tampa with that check. Gosh.
And Brenna Smith came back with a hip check there.
Yeah.
That's a foul. This will be interesting. That was a long whistle. He blew the... Can't read lips, you?
No. I think that it seems like to me it might have been a question about the self-start. I'm not sure. When it's close to the goal, there's different rules. You can't be in the critical scoring area, and self-start's got to be a whistle. But I don't think that's, Anyway, I'm not sure what that was about. Anyway, Tampa starts up, and we'll see if the Moccasins can get some pressure. Not a lot of pressure in the transition either direction. I mean, teams finding their way through.
Yep, both teams 100% in clear so far.
Yeah. See if we can ratchet that up. There's Romano also sisters. So there's the Colombo sisters and the Romano sisters here on Tampa. This is McLaughlin, 11 up top. As Tampa cycles it around. Worker now active behind the net, trying to help that. Deny that. Oh, great pass to Birch, but Worker matches her with that high save. Gosh, you could just see her eyes following that shot.
Yeah, that's a great stop. That's going to be her third on the day, and another big one. That's a point-blank opportunity that probably should have gone in.
Yeah, Birch is going to want that one back. Boy, great stuff by Florida Southern. Got a little bit of momentum now, maybe. Try to get this tied up again. So we got Madison Terre shows.
It's a good job by Worker, not forcing anything there.
Yeah.
How about this?
That is a crowd. Tare just decides to use her legs. Boy,
Yeah.
finally. Yeah. Probably should have used a relief pass there eventually, but yeah, good effort. Oh, great stuff by Tare. Just never gives up. Here goes the Mocs. Farron just willing her way through.
That probably should have been
Nothing
shooting
there,
space.
though. Yeah. Just will. Wow. She was gone to goal if they hadn't blown that whistle.
Right, yeah.
Boy, good stuff by McFerrin. Looks like she'll have a bit of an angled shot. See what she elects to do here. First free position for the Moccasins, I believe. Boy, draws a crowd, but still just maintains control. Gosh, gets that shot off. Just looked like maybe the goalie got a stick on it.
I think
Or
one of the
just go-
defenders inside
Yeah.
might have pushed it just a bit.
Yeah,
Again, not a bad shot with backup there.
yeah. Moccasins retain possession.
On that green in the middle of the field.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of room. That's where Delio's hoping to operate down there. Smith now, boy. Tare with a great jump by the Tampa D there. Oh, and great effort there by Delio trying to get that ball back, but got a foul called.
Yeah, it was Isabella Avila, I think, freshman out of Worthington, Ohio. Nearly picked that one off.
Yeah, great jump on the pass.
It's going to be outside.
Yeah, looks like it's outside the 8, so we'll get a restart. We won't get a clear shot, but
Maybe look for that feed down low here.
yeah, we see McFerrin sneaking up there. She is.
Wow.
Well, next time.
That's Avila. Jump back. Oh, almost lost you.
Farron now. Oh, dumps it off to Smith. Boy, Smith does a nice job taking her time and then does a little sidearm reverse, it almost looked like. It was a great shot there by Smith to take her time and find the open spot.
Yeah, she knows. When all you got to do is get the goalie to bite and
Yeah.
pretty much go anywhere with it. It's a good goal. Ties this one up.
Yeah. That was a big goal, John.
Yeah.
Been a little bit of a little more time between those two goals there for the Moccasins.
Yeah, good shot selection, though.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest things. I think something that the Moccasins do really well. And they're second in the country, actually, in shot percentage, over 500 on the season. And that doesn't count just shots on goal, altogether shots. So when you're converting over half the time that you throw the ball on net, that's really, really remarkable.
Yeah.
Of course, today with 4 goals on 7 shots. Right on point.
Yeah. All right, back at center. Birch and Griffin to your left. Looks like, McFerrin and Romano. Oh, no, Reeves and Romano. Great hustle there by the Tampa defenders. Reeves is, she's got that ability there to snare that ball around the draw circle. She'll be around that draw circle quite a bit in the future. This is Ryan Kelly trying to get it across there. Draws a crowd. Now Smith gets the ball. Does a nice job. Moccasins will set it up. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Under 5 left in the first quarter here. Knotted at 4. Farron looking for a feed. Oh, oof. Yeah.
Hard foul.
Hard foul. I'll be honest with you, though. This looks a little more typical. When I'm looking at this, I'm not seeing open people. I'm not seeing Hilly Delio with no one on her. This looks like Tampa might have settled in a little bit with their defense.
I think both sides
Yeah.
just a bit, yeah.
So, boy, hear Coach screaming about something. Not sure what's going on, but somebody's going to lose a voice, vocal cord.
That's a crowd on the left side of your screen. You can't even see him.
Yeah. McFerrin here with the free position. Ooh, does a little fake pass, but nothing there. Boy, those Tampa defenders collapsed. Great job by McFerrin holding the ball. Moves it on to Smith.
Yep, just got to get out of there.
Yeah. Smith moves it over to Gaddy. Oh, there's room. I mean, she's got such a nice left-handed shot. It's pretty hard. Lynch goes through. Great shot by Lizzie Lynch out of Spanish River. Great shot. Individual effort there by Lynch coming out from behind the cage. Drew the double. It was almost 3 defenders she had to break through.
Yeah, that's like when you see a basketball player just drive it straight to the hoop. That's a good job of just working her way through. She knows she's got the strength. And
here's Gaddy dumps it back behind there. And boy, there's 3 of them. Well, 2 at least. Anyway, great stuff by Lynch, upper left.
Yeah. Gaddy's had a couple big games as of late as well. And she's worked a lot more with the top unit, so to say, in the offensive zone, and they've really flourished.
Yeah. So the Moccasins grab the lead back, 5-4. Plenty of time in this first quarter. You know, we've had some scoring here.
Right. This is, like I said, pretty uncharacteristic of the games that we've seen so far.
Yeah. Looks like Tampa switched things up. We have Birch will be over to the right against Reeves. I think that's a smart move by Tampa, as Reeves has gotten a couple of these off that right-hand side of the circle. Ball's up, other side, and Griffin. Boy, I thought Griffin had it, but I'd like to say Colombo got it, but yes, she does. And she gets fouled, and she'll retain possession, and Tampa looks like they'll go to work here. Boy, Danny Waters, she is just so strong coming through that middle, takes the shot. Gosh, bodies fall. And Abby Hammond comes through with the ball. Great scoop by Hammond. Up the field, little left-handed feed up to Lynch, but looks like in one of the cradles, Lynch lost the handle on it. This is Hinkle, I believe, for Tampa. It looks like Tampa will have some room now and will come down and set up. Boy. Here goes Hinkle. She'll look to get that left-handed shot off. Gosh, just dumps it in the open corner there. Really calm finish there by Sarah Hinkle.
Yeah, and that was one of those. It was kind of a culmination of, a couple ground balls go the other way, and Tampa was able to just bring the rush offensively. And they've had success today when they can go on the fast break, and that's another example.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see the physical play there in that last exchange going back and forth. But Hinkle ultimately takes it to the net. Tampa's benefited from a lot of individual efforts, it seems like, today.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a theme that we're going to lean on here because you said it earlier. There's 3:12 remaining in the first. There's still over 3/4 of this game left to be played.
Yeah.
Boy, it's already 5-5.
Yeah. All right, back at center. Kennedy and Colombo. Florida Southern is awarded the infraction. So Reeves will take it. Boy, she's got some speed, Maria Reeves. Hands it back passing Loudon, and Loudon goes right back to Reeves. So Moccasins will set it up now. Griffin. Dalio. Boy, Lynch looking for McFerrin, but pass was a little high. Tears off to get it for the Mocs, though. The Mocs will keep possession.
Probably got bailed out just a little bit there.
Yeah. It's weird. There was some quick kind of ticky-tacky fouls called there. It was unusual.
Yep.
It's kind of weird. Boy, nowhere to go. Just nowhere to go.
Yeah, they were ready for McFerrin today.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'd say that was pretty decent defense by Tampa. I'm not sure there was a foul in there. I know the fans are thinking there should have been, but... Well, here we go. Tampa with the ball. Looking to take the lead. Wagner. Boy, the ball's down. Oh. Boy, foul. It looks like Abby Hope is going to get a free position shot here for the Spartans. I couldn't see who the foul was on. Was that on Kelly? It looks like Kelly serving the penalty here. Abby Hope, number 2 for Tampa. Senior from Liverpool, New York. Oh, one of those slow bouncers. Looked painful, but Worker dealt with it easily. She had it the whole way across. It kind of went wide. Great stuff by the Moccasin defense. Abby Hammond now going to move it up the field, watched by Calderman.
Spartans are just going to swarm you if you hold on to that ball for longer than a couple of seconds.
Yeah, we're down under a minute 30 here in this opening period of play. Loudon kind of sizing it up here. Boy, I'll tell you what. Yeah, that's definitely a foul. It was a good play up until that point. So Loudon will restart it here. Boy, Moccasins, they usually deal with this pressure in the middle third pretty well by changing the field and having it. It just looks like they're not dealing very well with the pressure Tampa's putting on them. As I say that, the ball is thrown for an unforced error. Gosh, I thought Worker had that. I mean, she was just behind it. Millisecond. I believe that was Alyssa Romano, number 34. The goal for Tampa. She's a sophomore from Ocean City, Maryland.
And if I saw it correctly, I'm pretty sure she read that pass all the way, picked it off, and took it herself. And that's an ill-advised move. And as you were saying that, talking about, that's just an unforced error.
Yeah. They usually, the middle third of the field, they deal with the pressure very well, the Moccasins do. But it just doesn't seem like they're making as good of decisions as they normally do.
Yeah, and you said, I think Tampa, they're swarming the Mocs, the ball. Pretty much all the time. They're sending two on and, in that transition game. So that's definitely had a factor. Florida Southern, I mentioned earlier, they're perfect on the clears. Now just 2 for 5.
Yeah. So
6 total turnovers.
Under a minute left. Tampa up by 1. Boy. A lot of energy at the stadium today. Looks like Reeves will get it. Mocs have a little under a minute here to see if they can generate something. Back over to Reeves. Colwell. "30 seconds. Lynch calmly setting it up. Looks like she wants to take it. 20 seconds. Oh, great little feed. Goal circle violation.
Yep.
Thought McFerrin had it. Oh! It looked like Lizzie Lynch might have stole one, but another goal circle violation. So that'll be the first quarter. Boy, great play by both sides here. 6-5, John. It's a little higher scoring than we expected, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, these two teams have scored a lot of goals this season, but against each other, you're right. I definitely would have thought that it'd be a little bit more of a defensive game, a little more grit, and boy, it definitely got a little more difficult there in the last few minutes of that first quarter. But both teams are going to step it up here for the remaining 3 quarters.
Yeah, all right, we'll take a quick break here. You're watching Mocs and Lacrosse on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. All right, welcome back to Lakeland, Florida. We're about to get things started here in the second quarter in this Division II women's lacrosse battle here in the Sunshine State Conference between Florida Southern Moccasins and the University of Tampa Spartans. Tampa has a 1-goal lead. I'd say it's a very even game.
Yeah, I agree with you. Both teams have gotten a lot of good offensive looks in. Patricia Worker, she's probably held the Mocs in it just a little bit more. She's got 4 saves.
I was just about to say, Worker has made some key saves that allowed the Moccasins to roar down the field. But it seems like Tampa was stiff when they'd come down after those saves and didn't allow them to get any momentum.
Yeah, it looks a lot like Florida Southern is working a little bit harder for their opportunities, where the Spartans, they're getting these fast break opportunities and they're just converting every single time.
They got speed on that front end.
And I think it's going to a lot of it's going to happen in the middle ground here. If the Mocs can even just slow them down, get into the offensive zone. One-on-one, they've done pretty good in the battles there, but those fast breaks, the Spartans just had their number today.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's see. We got Madison Terre now finds herself on the circle for the Moccasins.
Looks like she's going up against Colombo. Mocs won the draw-controlled battle in the first quarter, 7-5.
7-5. Pretty even, though. Here's Reeves. Yeah, Reeves is a big part of it. Gets there before Birch. That'll be very helpful for the Moccasins if she can continue to be successful.
That's her 5th of the day.
Yeah. Because Birch is pretty handy around the draw circle, too. Besides scoring goals, she's pretty darn good on the draw, so. Tear now. Looks like she found some room. Not really sure what happened. Looked like the way the defender kind of jostled her, she couldn't get her stick back for a shot, because I'm surprised she didn't let one go there.
Yeah, and that's probably why they called the foul, but I think that's the way to go. They've had a lot of success just taking it to the net today.
Yeah. This is a decent, second inside. She's just off a straight down the center. See what she can do here. Does a little fake and a low shot underneath. Great shot by Madison Terre. I was wondering when she stepped back to go to the right of that defender, I was thinking maybe we'll just possess it, but great little re-attack in the shot underneath Warnken's stick.
Yeah, I agree with you. A little bit of deception. I think a lot of times on the free position, it's either go from the start or pass it out, and she took one little hesitation step, came around the right side, and whole 5-hole.
The other thing we haven't talked about much is Warnken starting in goal for the Spartans. I think I kind of expected Walling. She's a little more of a veteran. I know they've both seen time. Obviously, Walling's been it seems like more of the go-to person thus far, but who knows? We'll see. We'll keep our eye on that and see what happens.
Yeah, Warnken, the freshman, she's done an all right job this season. .453 save percentage in 3 starts, 5 total games played. But I'm with you. I really expected Walling to be there today, but.
Reeves again.
That's 6.
Gosh.
That's going to be a huge factor.
Oh, yeah. Got so much speed, even after she picks up the ball. She can get it right down and set up possession for the Moccasins. Great asset. Brenna Smith now starts things up top. She's got Smith on her right and Dalio on her. Oh, little flip to Dalio. Went high. Good backup by Lizzie Lynch. Lynch finds Gaddy. Ooh. Gaddy looking to release that left hand. Can't seem to find a window. Finds the turf, though. See what Terre does. A spin move. Terre trying to stay on her. Great save by Warnken. That's all I can say on that one. Looks like Terre tried to go to that same spot she did on her free position. Tampa now up the field. This is Birch. She's got some speed here. Good recovery by the Mocs. This is Calderman. Spartans, good ball movement. Oh, great inside pass to Birch. Boy, I'll tell you what, that looked like a reverse catch, and she just slotted it past Worker.
Yeah, well, you said it. That was good ball movement, and usually when you can move the ball fluently, if you will, you find an opening in the middle, and that's what happened there. And she's a great goal scorer, Birch. First year in the conference and with Tampa, of course, and she's good. She's definitely going to be one to watch here as the season goes on.
Yeah. So, boy, the back and forth doesn't stop. 7-6, Tampa up by 1.
Number 30 on the year for Madison Birch.
Yeah.
Mocs have won the last few here.
Yeah, they've switched. I'm trying to see who it is now for Tampa. It's not Colombo. Can't tell if that's Coleman. I can't see if it's 13. Or if it's 23, Sistek. I think it might be Sistek. That might be, I think that's Aaron. Oh, no, it's Hinkle. That was Hinkle taking the draw. Boy, big box outs going on there. Nobody can seem to get it now.
Nope.
Boy, I know. Boy, Tampa comes up with it. They set up the attack. I don't even know who got that draw control.
That's the best thing to do usually in that situation, is just to get it out any way you can in that scrum.
Birch and Hinkle up top. They move it over to Colombo. Nothing there. Oof. Abby Hammond comes up with it. Now we got a whistle.
I think she drew the foul there.
Yeah, boy, I'll tell you what. There's, take your pick on the foul you want to call. That's Gallinson, number 4, that made that play before, not Colombo. Not bad. So the Moccasins now. See if they can successfully clear this play. Quick foul and a quick restart. And looks like the Moccasins are through. This is Katie Yeagle. I don't think we've seen her in the game yet, so this is her first appearance. Yeagle now. Going to set things up. Smith and Dalio up top. Griffin with them. Boy, Griffin and Birch. Oh! Like Griffin almost got her head taken off, but loses the ball, and Tampa comes up with it. Ooh, I thought that was a good play by Dalio, but gets whistled for the foul. Tampa will restart. Oh, great little check. Another foul. Tampa switches sides here. Wagner, no. Watched by McFerrin. Moxon's really looking to trap, but just can't. Good speed there. Uh-oh. Good recovery by the Moxons there. This is Calderman. Ow. Gosh. Just a step inside the 8. Not very far inside the 8, and lets it go.
No, that was a rip, too.
Great
a lot
rip,
of speed
yeah.
on that shot.
Yeah.
Goal by Julia Calderman.
Yeah, Julie Calderman. We talked about her before from Naples, the transfer from Jacksonville. So plenty of weapons for both teams. Tampa now enjoys their biggest lead of the game.
Yeah,
2-goal lead.
Right, yeah, first time I think in a while now that any team has had more than a 1-goal lead. They've been going back and forth, but yeah, that's a tough one. It's just an outside shot that you don't really consider as much of a threat, but when you got that much speed on a shot, oof.
Yeah.
I mean, you can pick your corner like that too. That was a fantastic shot.
It really was. So, gosh, we have Hinkle back at center for Tampa. So Kennedy's taken every draw, I believe, for the Moccasins. Kennedy and Hinkle. Low draw, yeah. Picked up initially by, looked like Danny Waters, but ooh, looked like Griffin comes away with it. Oh,
foul called.
Yeah. Foul on 23 Sistek. Moccasins will set things up now. Looks like Griffin, Gaddy, and Smith up top. Farron looking to feed. Moccasins with a patient attack here. Trying to get a look they want.
They have plenty of time to shoot. This is not bad.
Yeah. Oh, great little feed from McFerrin to Dalio. And that's that combination that we spoke of before. It was the one that opened the scoring, I believe, today. And it's a great little pass from Dalio. And Dalio has that characteristic quick release.
No.
Really hard to stop.
And that's a good look. I think we've seen a couple times today that they try to force passes here and there. That was a good job of just holding still until you saw the play develop. And Dalio just got good few steps on her.
Great catch and shoot. So the Moccasins look pretty comfortable on that possession. They were getting a little frantic there a couple times. It looked like they were under duress, but that was a nice, calm possession, and they succeeded at the end of it. So good play by the Moccasins.
They're going to probably turn the fortune a little bit. I think that's a good point. It's a goal like that, not frantic, well manufactured, and hopefully that sort of calms things down. It has been back and forth in pretty much all facets of the game so far.
Yeah. All right, back at center. Looks like Tampa will stay with Sistek. The Moccasins having reasonable success. Kennedy's been there the whole time.
They're 10-6 in draw controls.
Big one towards the restraining line. Nobody guilty of an infraction, but boy, all the way back to Hammond. Hammond comes away with it. Boy, she is under duress. We got an injured player, so I think they wanted to stop the restart. Boy, it's just a gauntlet when you scoop that ball up, I'm telling you.
Yeah, and they've been letting them play, especially off these draw controls and in these scrums for the ground balls. And it's been feisty to say the least.
Yeah, look like you just hope it's a twisted ankle or something.
Yeah, she's walking off
something
mostly on her own power.
Yeah. So trying to see who that is. Is that Gaddy?
Yeah, it was Gaddy.
Yeah.
She went down.
Looks like she's okay. Maybe the wind knocked out of her. Something. Who knows? All right, but we will restart. Abby Hammond, I believe, will start with the ball for the Moccasins.
She She's been as reliable as ever this season.
Yeah.
One of the team leaders in ground balls, caused turnovers. Got 14 on the year. We'll say in this game, though, 8 turnovers for Florida Southern. Tampa just 2. And they've caused 6 of the Mocs turnovers. So you tip your cap. They swarm on the ride. And this should be an interesting clear attempt.
Yeah. And here we go.
That's what I mean. They'll
Good
cut
pressure.
you off.
Yeah, good pressure by Tampa. Oh, it is slippery out there, evidently. It's the second person I've seen slip for no apparent reason. Oh, a little stick on the ball by Tampa again. Tampa's good at pressing this middle third of the field. See if the Moccasins can deal with it. Hammond now, she'll just cradle through herself. That's probably the best way to do it. Oh, a little bit of a high pass, but Moccasins get things set up.
It killed a ton of time on the shot clock, but still 45 seconds to go.
Yeah. And that's what, that's the objective of that ride, is just to either get the ball or at least kill some of the clock. So now the Moccasins, plenty of time. Under 30 now on the shot clock. Sammy Garassi. Garassi in the game now, looking to feed nothing there. Goes back up top to Dalio. Down to about 10 on the clock. Dalio doesn't like her chances. She'll opt for something else. We're down to about 5 seconds now. Yep. Looking to feed.
Got to shoot this second somebody gets a ball on.
Nothing there.
There
Looks
it is.
like the Mocs will turn over possession. Great defense by Tampa. And that's what we were talking about. They only had 45 to work with instead of the full 90 because of all the pressure in the middle of the field. So,
yep.
Oh, we're going to get a yellow card. That's going to be a yellow card on Lizzie Lynch. And it's going to be deemed a slash. I think that's maybe a bit harsh. I don't know. But maybe the referees feel like they got to get things back under control here.
Yeah, they've been calling her for minor infractions most of the time. She goes for that back check like that, which she loves to do. She's, again, one of the team leaders in caused turnovers, but I think this is one of those, straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
Give her the card this time around.
Trying to reset that possession clock to 90. Still at 80. Oh, there we go, 90. Danny Waters will start things out for Tampa, watched by Abby McFerrin. Tampa's still enjoying that 1-goal lead, so if they get this possession up there, they'll look to add to that. Moccasins will look to get a turnover and tie things up. Boy, ball comes loose. That's uncharacteristic for Waters. She's very reliable.
Another one.
Yeah. Maybe nerves taking over still in this conference battle. Tampa gets it set up. Not behind the net. Oh, Birch now. Moves it over to Calderman.
It's really good slides by the Moccasin defense.
Yeah, very good.
It's Brooke Learman in the game for Florida Southern.
Oh, wide right. Boy. Cutter looked open, but,
yep.
there was a little bit of pressure. Went wide right, though. Tampa retains possession, though, and now. Great feed there. Was that Pierpont, number 16? I believe that was. Lizzie Pierpont. So the senior from Centennial, Colorado gets on the board there. Great feed from behind the net.
Yeah, that's one of those. I mean, it's a great look and obviously a perfect feed and well timed. It's a tough shot to stop. Looks like Worker might have gotten a piece of it trying to get low on that one, but that's another good goal by Tampa.
Yeah. All right, so 2-goal lead for Tampa. Looks like Hinkle coming back at center. Sarah Hinkle. And Kennedy still there for the Moccasins.
Yeah, this trio continues to do a pretty good job here in the at the draw control. They still lead by 5 in that category, of course, but the offensive possessions just really aren't being produced as well here in the second quarter.
Yeah. So it's a white possession. Boy, we're lucky. That's one of those ones where it's the alternate possession thing. Boy, Reeves just gets it across. Moccasins will set it up now. McFerrin, oof, I thought there was an opening. Boy, she's got a lot of real estate. Come on. Flips it to Smith. Smith looking at, Griffin. Here's Smith.
A fake flip.
Yeah. Good D by the Spartans there. See if the Moccasins can remain patient. What do we have here? 3-second call? I can't tell what it is. Oh, it's an extra ball on the. There was a ball on the field.
Yeah, that's what happens with that wall right there. They always seem to find their way back on, especially in the women's game.
Yeah, 50 seconds left in the possession clock or shot clock. So plenty of time. Lizzie Lynch will restart it. Here we go. Moccasins seem like they're content to set up from up top. Oh, great pass down low to Lynch, and Lynch takes the shot. So instead of Lynch doing the initiating the play, she finishes the play.
Yeah, and that's good to see. You mentioned starting up from up top gives you the opportunity to look down low. We've seen a couple players open, coming back from behind the net, and that's certainly another example of it.
Great pass, boy. Just barely got a step there on. I couldn't tell who that was for Tampa, but she didn't have much of a window, but got that shot off.
No, and there hasn't been much room really, either way, especially here in these last 10 minutes or so in the game. Defenses have been clamping down a lot more, especially in those one-on-one battles when the plays get set up. And so for Lynch, that's a good cut. Pretty deceptive.
Yeah.
It's her 17th of the year. Brenna Smith gets the assist, and she's at 99 career points. And she missed some time. Brenna Smith did here and there, but boy, she is back in full form this season.
Somebody will have to make sure and grab that ball after the next point.
And not a lot of players get to that the century mark.
Yeah. Not sure what the call is, but Florida Southern benefits again. Maria Reeves will start things off, dumps it off to Colwell. Well done by Reese Colwell there to get out of trouble. Maria Reeves now. And things up.
Feels like so often today she's just come right down to this corner, got the ball in. Should be a card. Yep.
So it's going to be a cross check, I believe. Yellow card against Tampa, so we'll have player advantage here for 2 minutes.
That's Isabella Avila. Talked about her earlier. She works hard.
Yeah.
Evidently there. A little too hard.
Yeah. So Ellie Griffin, now number 10, has a little bit of a wide angle here. Not a lot of free position shots today.
No, and I'm not so sure that we've even seen one from the Moccasin perspective. Okay, now there's a defender on the right side. I was going to say, they didn't line up.
See what Griffin does with this. Official still not really happy with the... I guess we're recording the yellow card. That's right.
Okay.
Got to do that.
Yeah, she's got enough room to shoot here, but I think that the general basis for the Mocs is when they have a player advantage, they pull it out, burn a little clock. And
really want to get that open player in front of the goal.
Yeah, so we'll see. Griffin is pretty good at the free position opportunities. Yeah. And she'll get some more time to think about it. And especially if they don't mark anybody to her right here, because there's nobody off to her right, even on the edge of the screen.
Did they send off the wrong person? They did. I think they sent off the wrong person.
Okay.
I think that's what the discussion was about, because one referee had a different number written down, and I think they were concerned.
So that's Aaron Sistek going off then. Yeah, if you remember, they both did kind of collide right in the middle and then on Griffin.
Anyway, so we're back. I think.
Let's see.
It appears as though the Moccasins will be player up here. We'll see what she does. Oh, she elects to go in and just takes the shot. So great shot by Griffin.
Yeah, that's another pretty deceptive one. We'll see if we can get a replay on that.
Yeah.
Mock goal. Reposition goal by Ellie Griffin. Mock goal.
So the penalty is released, and it looks like we'll be back even again after the goal. See this? She kind of comes across, all the way across to the left-hand side. And then shoots back against, it was a great shot.
Yeah, I think so too. And especially when she definitely was worrying about that the defender off to her right, and the easiest way to shake it is by going left. And we've seen a lot of those misdirected shots, I think, today. And hey, that one finds the back of the net just like that.
Yep.
Even at 9, and Ellie Griffin, 20th of her freshman season.
Yeah, and I think it was a good choice too because Florida Southern, the opportunities aren't a ton. So take the opportunities where you get them. Right. And they tie it up. Great move. So,
only 11 shots on goal. I mean, obviously, with 9 goals, the goalkeeper for Tampa, Warnkin, hasn't really been tested as much and hasn't been equal to the task in most of the opportunities today.
Yeah. Another way to say it is Florida Southern continues with their shot efficiency.
Right. Tampa wins their first draw in a while.
Yeah. Mano gets it across, and Tampa will set things up here. Far end of the field. Nice thing about that end is you see that possession clock in the background, nice and large. Tampa really does move the ball well on attack. They don't let it sit too long. Lot of movement. This is McLaughlin. Nothing there. Great help there by Learman. Pierpont behind the net. Bounce pass, but gosh, Olivia Mott under duress, and Loudon gets the scoop. Boy, what a play by the Moccasin defense. Boy, after tying it up, they get a turnover, and now potentially get another chance at goal at the other end. We'll see.
Yeah, that's a big one. Just to thwart that effort there.
Loudon. Oof, ball comes out. Tampa ball. That's Pierpont.
Good foul.
Yeah, good foul. Pierpont will come back in with the ball.
I mean, they had 4-on-1 the other way.
Yeah. So Spartans come down again. We'll see if the Moccasin defense is up to the task. Gosh, I mean, a wide open shot in the middle of the 8. Thank goodness for Patricia Worker, huh?
No kidding.
Learman, great help there. Learman and Reeves. Some good defensive work here. Boy, ball down, but Tampa recovers it. Another opportunity for Moccasins to come away with the ball. Griffin now watches Colombo. Gosh, I couldn't see Calderman caught the ball, but I'm not sure it was intended for her. Boy, Birch tries to draw shooting space and now gets around it. That whistle. I'm not sure. I think there had been a hard whistle blown before the shot was taken.
Yeah, they're not counting that one.
Yeah. I mean,
yep.
I think the foul's going to be on Hammond. And I think Birch is going to get a free position.
I think it's going to be from the outside, actually, too. I'm not sure. Yeah, nope. Looks like from the 8.
Boy. All right, so Tampa with a great scoring opportunity here. Birch with the ball in her stick.
Yeah.
Great shot by Birch. Really moves the stick head around so you can't see where the shot's coming from.
Yeah. That's a shot well taken. And from that point on the 8 there, you know she's shooting.
It's interesting to see the contrast between her and Dalio. Dalio doesn't move it a lot and it just lays her into the corner.
Yep.
And she just moves it a lot. It's really hard to see where the shot's coming from. So a great shot by Birch. We see why she's up there in the stat chart with goals.
That's her third of the game. I mentioned earlier, hit number 30 on the season. That's 31 now. And gives the Spartans another lead. And wow, 10-9 in the first half.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Oh goodness, this is going to be one interesting finish, and we're not even halfway through. And I'm saying that.
These whistles are so important too. I mean, the whistles on the draw. There's been lots of draws awarded, and the whistles, inside the 8. These become just so important. So we'll see if the Moccasins can Trying to grab the draw back here. It seems like they've stumbled a little bit in the center. Kennedy. Oh, good kick there by, who is that? Melissa Romano. Boy, kicked. I don't know who it went off of. Looks like they're going to award it to Tampa.
That's the right call. It went off the heel.
Yeah. This is Birch. CC Colombo now sets up with her. Moxon's coming out to pressure a little bit. A little higher pressure now from the Moxon defense. I think it's a smart move. Maybe make them feel a little more pressure. This is Calderman. Moves it over to Birch. Birch is going to look for that drive back to Calderman. Oh, left-handed shot, but it was off Worker's stick or the post. I couldn't tell.
Looked like a left pipe.
Yeah. Boy, and Tampa regains, boy. Oh, Birch in the center.
Shooting space?
I don't know.
Oh, boy, that shouldn't be.
I know. Look, she looked wide open.
Yeah.
I think shooting space is the only call it could have been.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate. I'll tell you what, though, Birch did find herself open. Tampa does such a good job of recovering the ball after a missed shot or great play by Worker.
She's really hyped about that one too, and it looks like Mocs got awarded possession. That's always a tough one. He took that one with her body as well.
Yeah. Just stayed with it. Birch tried to wait her out, and she just stayed right with her. Oh my gosh, ball in the turf. Reeves now recovers. Hammond now with the ball. Hot pursuit now by the Spartans. Boy, tough decision. Stick to the face.
That was special what she just did right there.
Yeah.
Especially how close to the end line she was.
Yeah. McFerrin now. Moccasin set it up. Yeagle and McFerrin on this right-hand side. Joined by, joined by Garassi and Lynch. Garassi now comes up high. McFerrin down low with Lynch. She's got Dalio and Smith. Trying to cut. Griffin behind them. He just can't find the connection there. Yeah. Looks like Tampa's going to get the ball. Down to under 2 minutes to play in the quarter. Almost an intercept. Tip on the ball. Great scoop by Loudon. Hey, we got a foul there.
And she's going to be able to get,
I think it comes to a point where I think they try to restart too quickly, and they're not really ready to go. And go to goal, Ellie Loudon.
She thought about it for a second, but Tampa closes quickly. And you touched on that earlier.
Yeah, there's a minute. There's a little over a minute left. Maybe we want to get a decent play at goal here. Yeagle now with the ball.
Just about a 3 second between the shot and game clock if it ends up mattering.
Galio now listening to some instructions. Smith and Griffin with her. Can pretty much let this run down almost, like you said, almost to at least 10. So probably take it down to about 35 or 30 and then start to attack the goal, I would think. Yeah.
They're right about at that mark. This worked for McFerrin last time.
Yeah. Good for that. She's got a lot of real estate. Yeah, I was going to say, I think she should go to goal. Now she gets the pass off. Great little shot by Brenna Smith underneath. Once again, Brenna Smith shows patience in front of the goal. Cradles high and then lets it go low.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. And that's her 100th. So 100th goal. Yeah. And that was a pretty one, and really great individual effort by McFerrin. She waited as long as she could, and then Brenna Smith just showed. Back post, she was there, and once everyone clamped on McFerrin, gave that up to Brenna Smith, and boy, she fired it home.
I wonder if they know to get that ball. Where I thought there was, wasn't sure what was going on there. I thought the Mocs were going to stack to one side of the circle, which would be very unusual. But
19 seconds. There's more than enough time here for either team to win the draw and get a good shot off.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. 7-10 game. 19 seconds left in the first half. Straight up. Kennedy gets a stick on it. Tampa gets, oof. Nobody gets possession yet. Now Tampa has possession. Oh, great, not interception, but knockdown. And now Tampa turns it over out of bounds. Moccasin ball. Just chuck it at the goal. Just chuck it at the goal. Yeah. Oh, almost a little link up there.
Yeah, almost.
By,
a couple more seconds.
Florida Southern. All right, wow. That second quarter was a little more like maybe what we thought we might see. Some caused turnovers on the defensive side. Good play back and forth. Boy, both teams look like they're settled in and ready.
Yeah, I certainly think so. And the Spartans, really, they had a lot more offensive possession and ended up coming away with some good looks. Patricia Worker stepped up, 6 saves, and you said it. This is really bound to be an interesting second half. I can't believe all we just watched. I mean, it's an over hour now that we've been live, and there's 20 goals scored, and boy, there's still another 30 minutes to go.
Yeah. All right, so we'll take a break here, and we'll be back after this break. You are watching Moccasin Lacrosse on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. All right, welcome back to Barron Field. Your scoreline, 10-10. Couldn't ask for a more exciting first half of action here.
No, this really has been an interesting first 30, and I think the stats represent that pretty well. We've seen some good, some bad, and some really pretty goals, I think, so far. And you can see that on your screen there.
Yeah.
For the Moccasins, it was Lynch with 3 goals leading the way, and no surprise to see Birch leading things for the Spartans, 3 goals and assists. And
back at center, Kennedy and Hinkle, I believe. Big draw, goes all the way out. It's like, wow. Tough battle there, but Alyssa Romano hangs on to it for Tampa. Tampa will get the first look here. Tampa now moving left to right on your screen. Goalkeeper change for the Moccasins. Brittany Yamali takes over the reins and nets here. Oh, great. Foul called. A little bit late. Brooke Learman with a nice little defensive stand there. Outside, so it shouldn't be. Boy, it should not be. Okay, they deem it's on the 12, so she has to go behind. Okay. It's the one instance. So it's not really a free position, but because it's on the 12 there, the fender has to go behind.
Right.
So far, pretty good defense by Florida Southern here, not letting them inside. Tampa now finds the open Hinkle. Gosh. Catches it right and switches. Kind of a slow switch to her left hand, deliberate switch, but then gets the shot off. No Moccasin defender slid over to.
No, that's what I was going to say. She had plenty of time to switch to her left if she pleased, because she was virtually unmarked in the middle of the field. So that's a tough one to give up in the early goings. And I mentioned a goalkeeper change for the Moccasins, one for the Spartans as well. We are going to see Alex Walling come in. So both goalkeepers now here in the second half. They've seen a lot of each other as well. This being the 12th time the two teams have squared off, and even more so in these last few years. So just to add to the drama here, Sarah Hinkle scored her 25th of the year, and Spartans reclaimed the 1-goal lead.
New goal for the Mocs, 91, Brittany Yamale.
So back at center, Kennedy and Hinkle again on the circle. The usual suspects.
Mocs won the battle in the first half, 13-9 on the draw.
Long draw again. Boy, looks like Moccasin's got it.
McFerrin.
Yeah. She just does so much work all over the field, Evan McFerrin does. Holds on to possession of this one and dumps it off there to Griffin. Moccasins now with their first possession of the second half. We'll see how their attack does, see how the Tampa defense does.
Yep.
Farron now setting up in that characteristic position. Finds Dalio. Gosh, looked like it didn't find the net there. Garassi with a great recovery there for the Moccasins. Madison Terra moves it on to Brenna Smith. Brenna Smith now. Flip for Griffin. Griffin can't find a way through. Patient attack here by the Moccasins. Farron up top.
She had 4 assists in the first half. 30 seconds to shoot, by the way.
Wow. Smith up and under. Good slide there by the Tampa D. Tear now. Gosh, Madison Tear. Took a little bit of an awkward shot. Walling definitely got the save down low, though, it looked like. A little bit of an awkward shot. Didn't really get all of it.
Yeah, with time winding down on the shot clock, I think she just settled for a shot she knew would get on net. And
this is Alyssa Romano again with the ball. Gosh, coast to coast. Yeah. Great little passing there by Tampa. Bryn Nestor gets the assist. I couldn't see who got the goal. It wasn't Birch. Let's see who it was. Looks like Colombo, maybe. I can't see. No, it's
goal by Olivia Mott.
Oh, Olivia Mott. Yeah, looked like number 1 Bryn Nestor got the assist on that. I'm not sure. We'll have to double check that, but great ball movement by the Spartans. Originally, Romano came charging down and then found 2 Tampa Spartan attackers just sitting on either side of the cage.
Yeah, that's another example of Spartan just capitalizing on a fast break, and that's the second goal we've seen here in this half. But not much anybody can do once that ball gets in the cross of whoever's in nearby. It's virtually just a one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and in this game you're going to win a lot more of those as the offensive player.
Yeah. Kennedy and Hinkle. See if this draw goes to a little shorter. But Birch comes up with it for the Spartans. Big collision there at center. Going to just stop the clock here, make sure nobody's injured, I think.
That's a good call. They both kind of blindsided each other.
Everybody's up. We're going to restart it. Tampa's got possession. Everybody's okay. All right, so the Spartans will start off now. Try to add to this 2-goal lead. Boy, the Spartans came out here in the second half and looked like they mean business. Boy.
Again, in the middle of the field.
Munster was wide open. That's Pierpont coming around from behind the net. Didn't look like she had a very good angle, but got the shot off, and boy, looked like maybe Yamali didn't get a look at it. I don't know if she was screened.
Goal by Lizzie Pierpont.
I think that there might have been looking at the off-ball stuff, because even you and I acknowledged there for a moment, a lot of room again in the middle of the field, with just unmarked defenders, and so kind of forgot about the one-on-one battle, I think, just for a second there, and they had the angle and scored. So, you said it. Really hot start to this half here for Tampa. They've had all the opportunities in the early goings. We saw one save from Alex Walling on the other end, and other than that, it's just been Tampa draw control, set up the possession, and find the back of the net. Yeah. So 3-goal lead. Yeah.
Moccasins looking to stem this right here on this draw. Reeves and Colombo to your right on the circle, and I believe McFerrin and maybe Sistek. I can't tell. Oh, that's Birch. Yeah, Birch against McFerrin on the left. Goes right. Reeves tries to pick up where she left off in the first half. Gets a nice possession here. McFerrin now sets it up for the Moccasins. Looking to go. Just a great check. I didn't see who that was by, but a great check by the Spartan defense. Get the ball loose, and now. Oh, this is a free ball. Brick Learman, comes up with it for a center, draws a foul. Actually, that's Gabriella Connolly, isn't it? I believe that's Gabriella Connolly, number 33. I said Learman, but I think it's Connolly. She moves the ball over. She drew the foul there, so she does a nice job of scooping it up and drawing a foul. Keep possession for the Moccasins.
It's probably a good opportunity to settle here. They haven't been down by 3 goals a lot this season. Especially not as of late.
Oh, lots of room there for Smith. Just chooses not to do that left-handed shot. She prefers the right, but I have seen her drive down that left lane.
Katie Yeagle coming on.
Yeah, Yeagle provides a nice, consistent, calm attacker. She's a senior. A lot of experience. Boy, Tampa's being stout on defense. Great pass there from Brenna Smith to find Madison Tear on the inside, and Tear lights it up on the left-hand side. Looked like about mid-height, left-hand side.
And one of the most important things about being a part of the attack is always be ready to get the ball, and you'll see it here. Madison Terry, she's calling for it the entire way, and that's just a great look and a great finish.
Yep.
And that's something that's huge. I think that she showed a lot this season, and she scores there is just being wanting the ball, and that's something to work for. A nice cut in the middle of the field.
Yeah. There's been a couple times here I've seen Madison Terre, kind of show flares of what I saw 2 years ago from her, where I really, she just had that, explosion at the net. And so we'll see if she can get that going again.
It's her 19th goal of the year, and she's going to join the draw here on the left side.
Yeah, she's having a good day. It's like McLaughlin now is on the. No, is that Birch? I can't tell. The light's playing with my eyes here. Hinkle and Kennedy at center. Boy, this goes towards Reeves, and Reeves again. Oh, nice little check though from Hinkle, knocking it out. So originally Reeves had it, but Tampa will get the draw control. So the Spartans will set it up. Still enjoying a 2-goal lead. Shooting space on Abby Hammond. Birch is going to get a free position.
Yeah, and that's tough. That's another one of those. They're moving the ball so quickly.
Yeah.
And they're setting up Birch for a great opportunity on the 8 here.
See if we got a couple defenders there close. See if they can. Wow, quick whistle. I'll give you that. That's a quick whistle, and Birch gets in before anybody's ready and slots it past Yamley.
Yep.
Goal by Madison Birch.
Well, back to 3. 14-11. Moccasins got to. They're having a little meeting out there. I think the defense really needs to kind of do some soul searching here. See if we can. Looks like Worker might be coming back in. We got Patricia Worker entering the game once again for the Moccasins. Brittany Yamley will make the exit.
Yeah, we see that from time to time, just about a momentum change. To bring in a new goalie or even make a substitution. Yep. It's 3 goals that she let in. I mean, they're tough.
Yeah.
Or 4 now, I guess. They're tough shots, pretty much one-on-ones with the goalie. And I think the quick whistle definitely got to the Moccasin defense. Pretty much far and away, Birch had that shot all to her own. So she continues to have, as expected, big day. 4 goals.
Great grab by Reeves.
That's a big one.
Yeah. Runs into trouble. Gets it off to Lynch, though. Boy, Lynch finds Terre. Gosh, I thought she had some room to go through there.
You can't get frustrated.
Boy, that's a yellow card. I mean, it just looked like the stick contacted the neck and head area, but maybe I'm wrong.
We'll see.
Yeah, he's old school. He wants the player in front of him before he pulls out the card, I think.
Yeah, I think that's a good point.
Yeah, check to the head. I thought there was some contact there between the stick and the head. So Madison Terre, wide angle, but she's got that right-handed shot, so she could drag that stick towards her right and get a little better angle in the shot. Birch is to her right. See if that affects the decision that Terre makes here.
We saw her put that little double move on her first free position attempt. It was from obviously the left side, so it's a little bit of a different angle. And then reset the shot clock here to 90.
This is the first free position against Walling, I think, isn't it?
Yep. And I think she's going to shoot this. I think you're right.
I think she needs to take this opportunity for sure. She's got some speed. She can get up and under.
And Walling hasn't seen any shots here. They warm up at the half, but obviously the last 5 minutes or so, she hasn't seen anything.
Yep, let them fly. Garassi back there to back it up. Terre's inside. Yep. Great shot. Madison Terre, she's having such a good afternoon.
Yeah, and that's another big one there. That's her 3rd goal of the game, and There's no mistake, and it's huge, especially in terms of cutting that 3-goal deficit back down to 2. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Get another look at it. Pretty much what we expected. Just drive in, cut back to the right.
Great stuff, yeah. Good patience.
Yeah, but back where you came from, it's usually going to throw the goalie off enough.
Yep. So the Moccasins cut it to 2 again. See what happens on this draw. This is where we were 2 draws ago, and Tampa roared right back.
Yeah, we saw Florida Southern has taken down a couple of 2-goal deficits today. Just haven't really been able to get right back in the lead. As far as I can remember Tampa was up by a couple. Mocs came back, and they took it into the half, knotted up at 10.
Yeah, big draw. All the way to the restraining line. Tampa just fields it and moves upfield.
Spartans are having a really clean game today.
So the Spartans set it up. Moccasins looking to get that ball back. Ooh, almost an opportunity there. Henkel now. Be careful. Off the pipe. Oh, McLaughlin can't get the scoop. Gosh, a battle. Looks like Romano's going to get it back. So Tampa gets back possession. They have, like I said, they have a knack for getting the ball back on the broken plays. This is Mott. Gosh, coming around, feeds it up top. Shooting space. Gosh, really wide.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Not so sure about that.
Yeah. She'll get the floating hash. She won't have a very good shooting opportunity, but never good to have the ball in Birch's stick with nobody between her and the goal.
Right. And meanwhile, there's 35 seconds to shoot.
McLaughlin here on the right. Hopefully Loudon can see her. Birch takes it herself. Oh, gosh, draws a foul. I'm not sure about that either, but didn't really see what happened. Looked like, I don't know. Anyway, foul is called. Birch will probably get a second inside or else the center. No, she'll get second inside.
Well, she took it from the wide angle. She'll probably take it again here.
Oh, yeah. See if, gosh, Hammond can get her. I think that's Hammond can get her stick on the affect the shot there. Oh, great save. Goal circle violation. Great save by Worker. Comes out and just immediately makes her mark on the game. Great stuff. It's a good stand. We'll see if the Moccasins can take that momentum and move that downfield to the other end.
And you mentioned how much a free position goal can turn the momentum. I think a free position save does even more so.
Oh, yeah.
How about a couple of them? That was nice.
This little dump to Lynch.
She had good energy today. They made some good choices, I think. And
Lynch up top. She'll just set it up. Madison Terre now up top. Watched by McLaughlin. Great defender. McFerrin now.
Dallio's been quiet as of late. She's got it now, though.
Oh, a little 1-2 to McFerrin. Great stuff. Oh, my gosh. Just looked like innocuous. Didn't look dangerous at all, and she just dumped it right back to McFerrin, and bingo.
Yeah. And how about that combo today?
Yeah.
Only the first goal for McFerrin, but she now has 4 assists to her resume. And Haley Dallio is going to have 2 goals and an assist now, and those two are keeping the Mocs alive here.
Yeah.
The offense is huge, and the way that this game is evidently shaping out to be, those two are going to have to continue going for the rest of this game.
Yeah. It's a great, really important goal there for the Mocs as they claw to within 1 here in the third quarter. Plenty of time left.
Yeah.
But doesn't seem like the Spartans are showing any signs of slowing down on their attack. So Florida Southern's got to keep it revved up on the attacking side.
Lively crowd per usual in a Tampa Florida Southern matchup. Really across the board, any sport, but especially here tonight.
Reeves starting to get a few more draws here. See if she can get that one. Boy, it comes across to Colwell. Boy, great check by Mott. Mott meets a defensive stand there.
They're just letting them play through these scrums.
Yeah. Kennedy now going after it. Boy, who's that?
Hammond.
Hammond. Shows some great speed. Gets it to the open player. This is Madison Terre. Tampa's got plenty of defenders back, but we'll see if Terre can slip in by him. Boy, I don't know. Well, I'm glad she held on to that. I thought that was a bad angle. I was scared she was going to shoot it.
That was a bad angle.
Gosh, I think we're getting so excited. We just need to relax with the ball. Oh, there's a little push.
Thought about blowing the whistle.
Yeah. Boy. Great battle here. Wagner. Boy, she's a couple times she's had a good look at goal here coming up from the defensive side. Great stop by Worker.
Settled on the goal line.
Boy,
Wow.
I'll tell you what. She is on it tonight. Worker's got a beat on that ball.
Go down as her 9th save, and probably none bigger than the couple she's made here to start the second half.
Yeah. Loudon now. Nice and relaxed. Gets the ball down to Lynch, and she'll just settle it down. Boy, I think the Moccasins really need to just take a breath here.
Yeah, and that's a good point. I was going to say this is going to end up being a battle of attrition. It's been a long game already.
Yeah.
Even with the stops, it's been a lot of back and forth play, and especially here to start the third quarter, which is moving a little quicker.
Lynch now looking for Dalio. Finds her, but just too far outside. For the return, boy, Dalio spins inside and just gets just a great move. Doesn't look, it's amazing with Haley how it always just doesn't appear that dangerous at first. No. And then just bang. Hits that window and gets the goal. She's deadly when she gets in front of the goal shooting.
And she's been relatively quiet through the second and third quarter right now, but that's a big one. And you said it, the way she's just able to direct her own traffic.
Yeah.
Looks like we'll have a timeout here with the teams tied up at 14.
Great goal for the Moccasins. They're tie it up here at 14-14. Take a look at this from Dalio here. She just kind of spins under, and then whoop, before you know it, she's on top of the goalie.
Yeah, even with that dodge, I mean, even the inside of the roll, you're like, right in the middle of nowhere, but she finds a way.
Yep. All right, well, we'll take a quick break here while the teams discuss it, and we will be back for the rest of this third quarter. You're watching Mocs and Lacrosse on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. All right, welcome back. So, Moccasins forced Tampa to take a timeout. Always a good thing to see.
Well, it's a good matchup, and the teams today supporting a pretty good cause. Florida Southern Women's Lac styling their game here to raise funds and awareness for families affected by cancer. All proceeds from today's game are donated to the Headstrong Foundation. And I think there's a link to the donation on fscmocs.com. It's a pretty good organization. We've seen both lacrosse teams here involved in it. It's all about trying to improve the quality of lifestyle for families of those suffering with cancer. And so good to see both teams participating. You can see the lime green hair ties and a lot of the Spartans players as well. So good to see. Good cause today that these teams are fighting for. And, boy, they're putting on a good show.
Yeah, absolutely. Dead even here in the second half. And I'll tell you what, the Moccasins have showed a lot of character. Second half didn't start so well for them. I believe Tampa came down 3 unanswered goals.
No, yeah, and they're coming in on a big winning streak, 7 straight, and the last one coming against Queens. But boy, that was so long ago. February 27th, they lost that game 12-9, and really since then they haven't been in a ton of competitive matchups. I mean, maybe you look at Wingate, they won 19-13, but not a game like this. When they've been down in the second half, they've usually been able to coast to the finish. So you're right, today has really been a test for them. And I think that's one of the things that. As a top-ranked team, you need games like this to really cement your status as one of the best. And so this is a great midseason battle, and both teams are really here for it, especially Tampa. We talked about it. They're a 5-5 team. They've got the hardest strength of schedule, second hardest in all of Division II, actually, only behind St. Leo, and that's because they have to play Tampa. So they've had a tough go of things this season. They want this one back.
Yeah.
So, boy, we are set for a good finish. Just over 20 minutes to play.
Kennedy and Hinkle set to take the draw. See if it continues to go right. Towards Reeves. Ooh, big one. Going all the way to the line there. Boy, a lot of white players. Boy, Colwell comes up with it. Gosh, great hand-eye coordination there in the middle of that. Uh-oh. Pass, but see if Loudon can corral it. Boy, I'll tell you what, great hands. We're the good hands people.
Man, feet, that was close.
Yeah,
my goodness.
That's good stuff. Moccasin defense now looking a little bit, more typical here as we carve through the center of the field. I think Tampa might be, you might be getting a little tired. Some of the hard pressers there from the first half, showing some signs. So we'll see how that continues. Moccasins now feed off that momentum. Tear.
Oh,
Madison Tear. Great drive on the wide left-hand side, and then just cradles it over to the right to get that shot off. Gosh.
she's having a fantastic one. Yeah, it gives the Moccasins the lead again after giving up the last 3. And well, it looks like there's no angle. This play's over. She's going behind the net, and just at the last second, tucks it back to her right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And avoids
fantastic.
going in the goal circle.
Yeah, that's just a great goal. And every time you see those tough angle goals like that, you have to tip your cap to the attacker because there's just so much square foot left, and she's just able to find the far post.
Yeah.
And it was really probably the last possible opportunity that she could have punched that one in. And boy, 4 goals for her now, having a huge game, and gives the Mocs that coveted lead once again.
Tear is certainly on a tear.
Oh, well said. She's got a lot of energy too, and I think that's part of the reason why she's been joining the draw here for the majority of the second half.
Yeah.
Hard not to have energy when you're scoring 4 goals.
Yeah. All right. Back at the center. All right. Self-draw now. Hinkle goes to get it. She gets it, draws a foul, and Tampa will keep the ball. Another foul. Can't have the third one here. All right, so Tampa will set it up.
It's like
Florida,
Colombo.
Yeah, Florida Southern with that lead. They haven't had that in a little while, so see if the defense here can protect it. Spartans looking to get it back even. Boy, I was going to say that's shooting space. That whistle was a long way. That whistle was a long way before. I'll tell you what, they weren't even. I don't even think she was starting the shooting motion. I'm not kidding.
And there will not even be anything close to a discussion.
Yeah, that is that's in my opinion a bad call. I don't say that often, but I really believe the whistle was blown long before the shooting motion started.
And you can usually tell by the reaction of the players involved and the coach in this instance. Yeah, that's interesting. Coach Reber nearing her 200th game for the Moccasins. She'll get that later on this season. And let the referees know she did not like that.
Yeah, so Tampa gets one back there, and they bring it to even, 15 all. Just over 4 left in the third quarter here. See how the Moccasins respond.
Yeah, I certainly think so, especially after the run that the Mocs came on here after falling behind by 3 in the second half. We'll hope they have short-term memory on that goal. And both teams are bringing a great energy, from the sideline to, of course, the players on the field. This is great lacrosse.
Yeah. Straight back towards Reeves, and she just snares it. Just has such a good stick.
It's going to go down as double digits for Maria Reeves today.
She's just a monster in the draw circle. Madison Chernow sets it up with Smith.
She's had a big day as well.
Yeah. See if she can start something here. McFerrin looks for a pick from Dalio. Oh, she had Smith, but great hustle there by Madison Terre just to challenge that ball and not let the Spartan defense come away with it.
And because she did it, came out to Abby McFerrin.
Yeah, great stuff. Garasi. Nice patient offense here by the Moccasins. Boy, Danny Waters plays tough defense, but those are 2 big athletes right there. Those are not little people there between Danny Waters and Brenna Smith.
Mm-hmm.
That is, that's a battle. I can promise you that.
There's been a lot of them, the one-on-ones today. Yeah. And you can't help but feel in a game like this, those are probably going to make the difference here in the final quarter.
Floating hash, not really a very good position to shoot from, but see what she does here. Ooh, tries a little.
That's a foul.
Yeah, just don't. Yeah, I was going to say. Okay, so we did call the foul. I didn't hear the whistle.
No, it was quiet.
Yeah,
I think the trail official called it. I mean, there's a difference between letting them play and making the foul calls. I
wasn't sure if they were going to let them play on. Boy. This is right down the pike, right down Broadway. Boy, quick whistles. Oh, great shot by Smith. Notice the quick whistles tonight on the free position, so the girls got to be ready for that.
Oh, yeah. And for the Mocs, they are 4 for 4 free position shots today.
Yeah,
that's great to see.
So Brenna Smith keeps it going for the Moccasins here. Just uses a little bit of power.
Yeah.
Quickness and power.
Yeah, you can't give her a shot from right in the middle. She's going to make just about all of those. And shot efficiency continues to be fantastic for the Mocs as Smith tallies are 21st of the year, 3rd of the game, but 22 total shots today. 16 of them found the back of the net, 19 total shots on goal. The goalkeepers really have just had no success at all in trying to stop these shots. It's been all power, all finesse, and just really some great accuracy, I think, as well today.
Yeah. All right, back with Kennedy and Hinkle. Tear off screen to your left. Reeves and can't tell if that's Colombo. I think it is on the right. Goes all
That's
the way.
early. Yep.
Yeah.
It's Moxon ball.
And the Moccasins restart.
Dallio.
Try to take a break. Oh, she's got Lynch. And Lynch puts it in. Just a great heads-up restart on the play by Dallio.
Yep.
I mean, the whistle was called, and she restarted immediately, and Lizzie Lynch was wide open.
And there might be a little bit of protest here, but both sides knew that the false start there was the early release rather was on Tampa, and Dallio and Lynch have been playing together for so long. They knew exactly what to do.
And that's nothing different than happens every time when there's a foul in the ball. They get it and go.
It's a quick restart, and that's a great job. 2-on-1, and they finish it. Give 4 for Lynch today, by the way, now.
Yeah. Great pass by Dallio. So now a 2-goal lead for the Moccasins.
And this is where they can start to be dangerous.
Yeah.
And we've seen them pull away from opponents this year. In early goings of games, we've seen some back and forth scoring. Even on the road, I think we saw a little bit of that against Roberts Wesleyan. Teams are going back and forth, but once they start to get hot here, they're a team with great endurance.
Yeah.
And down the stretch here, if Florida Southern can get just a couple more even, they really got the potential to just drown Tampa out.
Yeah, they really feed off that momentum when they start scoring. The official blames himself.
I was going to say, official will take the rare blame on that one.
All right, so Reeves and Hinkle. This has been Kennedy and Hinkle. Oh,
I didn't even hear the whistle at all on that one.
yeah, I didn't either.
It's very interesting.
Tampa with the ball now. Ooh, ball hits the turf, though.
It was Abby Hammond.
Great hustle by Hammond, but Spartans recover. And Birch does a nice job there. This is Calderman and CC Colombo up top. Go over to Nestor. This is Colombo. Boy. This is Calderman. Boy, I was going to say, it seemed like to me the shooting space was just the official was so late in calling the shooting space.
Yep.
I think is what happened there. I think it was shooting space, but
Giving this to the Mocs.
Yeah.
That's very weird.
very bizarre.
And it might, maybe an inadvertent whistle, maybe something off ball. Because I agree with you. I think that was shooting space. But usually when that happens, the shooting space does not allow the shooter to take the shot.
Exactly.
And
Yeah, so I'm not sure. You're right. I'm not sure.
our angle's a little off, I guess. As this one's turned over again.
Boy, errant pass by the Moccasins. Uncharacteristic. Boy.
They'll make up for it,
There
though.
you go, Dallio. I don't know. She's not got the numbers there. Good decision. Boy, Birch never gives up. When you get that ball back from her. So the Moccasins will set up, try to add to this 2-goal lead.
Yeah, this is a huge possession for both sides.
Yeah. A small stack there underneath McFerrin, and she'll elect to go to Smith, and Smith will just stay hot and go lower left-hand corner. Great shot, great pass, great awareness
Mock goal by Brenna Smith.
Dallio.
Assisted by Abby McFerrin.
Or McFerrin, my bad. Yeah.
Well, they've both had great vision today. They've combined now for 7 assists. McFerrin has 5, and this is just another example. Just waiting for the play to develop, and as you saw there, it looks like the Tampa defender just got a little bit tied up.
Yeah,
with
I think the attention was being paid to the short stack underneath McFerrin, and Brenna Smith just popped up.
Just like we've seen both teams convert on pretty much all of their high-scoring opportunities today, which is part of the reason why there's 33 combined goals between these two teams. But you leave your best players open in the middle of the field like that, they're going to convert. That's what we've seen.
Yeah.
So 22 on the year for Brenna Smith, yeah, and is that 5 on the day for her now? 4. One of 3 Mocsons to score 4 goals.
Yeah, it's good participation by the Moccasin attack. Well, I think we have a.
Oh, shot clocks are off.
Oh.
And I guess technically they can be off because there's just 124 to go.
Left in the quarter, that's why they're off. That's true.
I hope that they are off by intent.
Yeah, I think so. Makes sense.
Yeah, it may have just been Yeah, I think so. Gives the opportunity to hear some yells from the fans.
We're going to have a meeting.
There you go. I mean, the only thing, there's less than 90 seconds to go in there. All right, well, there's the clock back on. They're just turning the shot clocks back on. I think, I don't think it was intentional that they turned them off. But again,
normally they'd say 0-0 and beyond, or
usually they just keep them at 90.
Okay.
I'm not sure to be honest with you. Again, I don't think it really matters, but I know that maybe if there's an instance where you reset it to 60, that it would matter. But I don't think it's possible. Either way, they're back on, and we're about to get restarted again.
Okay.
Mocs lead by 3.
Yeah. All right. Minute and a half approximately left here. Almost halfway through the second half. Moccasins really enjoying some momentum here. Boy, big draw, and Griffin goes and gets it. Great stuff by Ellie Griffin. And the Moccasins with the ball and plenty of time on the clock to just settle down and take the last shot of the quarter, I believe. I mean, we'll see what their strategy is.
As far as I know, they can take the last shot with the shot clock now says 70, as you see in the background there. So, boy, it'd be real nice to get one more here before the end of the quarter.
Yeah. Mocs now setting on McFerrin. Typical.
Yeah, they've let her move around the outside, really, all the Moccasins, and that's part of what's contributed to their success.
Yeah. Birch doing a nice job of keeping McFerrin at bay, but she finds Lynch.
Lost the
not
angle.
A lot of room, not a lot of room, but we keep the ball, and Dalio now gets herself in a one-on-one. That's always dangerous, but shoots wide.
Let me move quickly now.
Yeah,
and,
15 seconds.
Yeah, Terry's going to look up at the scoreboard and realize that.
Yeah. Get a quick little cutter. Quick cutter
well
or
take it
else roll the
herself.
cage, yeah. Quick cutter or roll the cage.
Oh,
off the post. Good shot by Terry. So that'll end the quarter. We'll just hope Lizzie Lynch isn't hurt. I believe she's okay.
She gets back up.
Great quarter there for the Moccasins. They ended it well. It started off a little rocky there. Tampa really came out roaring. Grabbed a bunch of draw controls in the beginning and netted the first couple goals. But Moccasins really showed some character there.
Yeah, man, you said it. They went down by 3 early on, and they battled right back as we predicted they just might. And so they lead by 3 as we head to the final 15.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back for the final quarter. This is Moccasin Lacrosse on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. All right, welcome back. Scoreline 18-15, and like we said, the Moccasins enjoying a little bit of momentum there to end the quarter, going up by 3 goals. They haven't enjoyed a 3-goal lead.
Don't think today at all.
I don't think ever. I was trying to think. I think it was just 2 goals was the most they had in the first quarter there, and then it's been either even or Tampa's games so far beyond that. So this fourth quarter, see if the Moccasins can come out and hold that tone.
Yeah, I think it's all about the start, how these two teams come out to start the fourth quarter, because if Tampa can come out firing like they did to start the second half, and they've really got a chance to get back into it. And we've seen these two teams exchange leads all game long, and there's still a long way to go. 15 minutes, we've seen this game's dragged itself out just a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, across the way, the men's team is competing at St. Leo right now. Interestingly, our game was 10-10 here at the end of the first half. At the end of the first half in St. Leo, it was also 10-10, which I don't know how often you see that, but a high-scoring affair in St. Leo. The Mocs lead 17-14 with 4:14 to go. Sean Nolan has 8 goals on the day. Wow. Big number 8 for him, and they're a good team as well. They're ranked in the number 13 in the country, I think, right now, number 12. So good to see both the men's and women's lacrosse teams continuing to rise. And boy, it's been a fun season, I think, to say the least, for both squads. And it looks like both sides now lead by 3 with a little bit of time left to go. We'll see.
All right, set to begin this fourth quarter. Looks like Lizzie Pierpont is going to step up at center for Tampa. Kennedy remains the lone center for Florida Southern.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned Pierpont as much. She had 5 draw controls today, virtually mistake-free for her own right, and a pair of goals and an assist. She's held her own. Spartans as a whole, by the way, just 6 turnovers today. You got to tip your cap. They've played a really clean game.
Yeah. So the Moccasins come up with that. Griffin had the first crack at it, but Kennedy ended up getting it. Boy, lots of contact there. Griffin just keeps the ball, though. Well done by her. McFerrin now will set it up. This right elbow. Moccasins will be traveling left to right on your screen now for the fourth quarter. Garassi and Lynch behind the cage for the Moccasins. Small stack up top. Tara breaks off and gets it herself. See if she can. Gosh, she's got some room. Oh, what a shot. Just gets it on the turf quick enough so it goes up over the stick, and Walling just couldn't seem to track it.
Yeah, that's a backbreaker for Walling, and that's just a tough shot by Madison Terror. Anytime you do those bouncers, incredibly frustrating for a goalie, but just that much more redeeming for the attacker there. And she knew exactly what she was doing. Found that top left corner.
Yep.
And 5 for her. Huge game.
Yeah.
And well-timed goals as well here in the second half. She's shown up big.
Yeah, the Moccasins look like they're going to keep that momentum going here in the fourth quarter. And like you said, when they start, it's almost like when they get a little bit of a couple goals, a little bit of a lead, they start playing like they're having fun, and then they can just really take off from teams.
Yeah, and I agree with you, and I think that's a little bit what we're seeing here. 4 goals, certainly surmountable for the Spartans, especially with the way we've seen both teams score goals today. So I agree with you. Too early to tell, but the energy that the Moccasins are bringing right now is certainly got to be hazardous if you're a Spartan fan.
Yeah. That was Colombo at center for Tampa. Kennedy gets it herself. That's her second in a row. So Madison Kennedy doing some good work there in the draw for Florida Southern. This is McFerrin. Moccasins get a few substitutions in on attack and set things up. Smith up top. Yeagle joins her. Lynch to McFerrin. McFerrin now thinks better of it. Whoa, has Smith. Oh, looked like Danny Waters just lost. She had to turn to get back in position and just lost sight of the ball in the air. Because Brenna Smith was pretty closely covered, but boy, nobody saw the ball come to her stick.
And so another one for Brenna.
Yeah, and a great little low shot. So it just seems like as Smith goes in here, it's like Waters just kind of lost the ball there.
Yeah, there's no reaction at all to that pass coming in. And so Smith probably got a little bit lucky there right on the circle.
Yeah.
She fired it home.
Great stuff by Brenna Smith. She has, I believe, 5 now.
5 goals and 2 assists. Just a remarkable day. And like I mentioned earlier, she's over 100 points on her career now. Yeah. And for her to be able to come back in at the start of this season and play like she did a couple years ago, really not even missing a beat. Yeah. And she is going to continue to be a menace here in the Sunshine State Conference, including here against Tampa.
Big draw, but McFerrin grabs it. Great stick by McFerrin. Thought for sure that was coming across the restraining line. This is Griffin. Chased by a pack of Spartans. Does a nice job of holding on to the ball for the Moccasins. Moccasins really look comfortable now between the draw and the the settled attacking possession.
Yeah.
They look a little more comfortable. Telio just content to kind of let the clock tick a little bit, I think.
Yeah, I think this is a fine strategy, even if to just wait and let the play develop. I mean, you got 42 seconds now on the shot clock. We've seen them go ahead and run it down to about 25 before they actually start anything.
Yeah. What a big battle. Oh, great pass to Yeagle, but a great check. Good back check. They getting called for the foul there. It'll be trying to think where she's going to be. Going to be on the wide. Looks like they're giving her second inside. No, she's going to be on the wide, so the first inside. Katie Yeagle will have a free position. It was a pretty decent stick check from the back side. Otherwise, I think Yeagle would have definitely got a shot off. Katie Yeagle.
That's a foul.
Yeah, I was going to say. She got hip checked. So she'll get another opportunity. Same spot, I believe. Maybe one in.
Yeah, one over.
So a little better angle.
Yeah, she just got ahead of the Spartans on the last one. That's why she was able to drive so far in, and the foul came from behind.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Great little. I wasn't sure if Walling got it at first, but it snuck underneath, it looked like.
And it's actually Warnkin back in the game for Tampa. I'm not sure when they made that substitution. Walling came out after allowing 10 goals on 12 shots, but the point stays the same. I think you're right. She tried to tuck it down that far side, and again, a bouncer, man. That's just tough.
Yeah. Great stuff from Yeagle.
Well, perhaps a little bit of what we expected. Katie Yeagle scores her fourth of the year, and the Mocs lead by 6.
Yeah.
And they've got all the momentum now.
Yeah, 12:23 left. We'll take a quick break here while the teams are on timeout. You're watching Mocs Lacrosse on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. All right, welcome back. Scoreline 21-15. Boy, the Moccasins really building on that momentum that they came out with, or ended the third quarter with. 21-15. Boy, it's got to look like go time for Tampa.
Yeah,
it's now or never.
Yeah, and again, like we said, the way that these two teams have been scoring goals today. I mean, they went into the half, tied up at 10, and obviously have scored even more since then. Certainly possible to come right back into this.
The other thing you have to keep in mind is, first half, it was such an intense half.
Yeah.
Both teams putting out a ton of physical exertion, and I'm just wondering if, second half, some of the efforts in the first half might start to wear.
Yeah.
Tampa was all over that field first half.
Yeah. And really, if you look at the shots numbers, and I know we talked about it a little bit in the open and throughout the first part of this game, but Florida Southern has 21 goals on just 25 shots on goal.
Yeah.
And so the
Not
Spartans,
wasting.
yeah, it's unfortunately
no wasted effort.
Right. And the Spartans goalies just really haven't been able to stop much at all, and that's just it's really slowed down the momentum that Tampa's had. And haven't really gotten too many defensive stops. So if those can start to come, there's certainly a chance to get back into it.
Yeah. Great draw control win by Griffin, but boy, good defense by the Spartans, and they get a caused turnover. Pierpont now in the middle of the field, bringing it up for Tampa.
And 9th caused turnover of the game for the Spartans.
McLaughlin dumps it down into, is that Hinkle? Oh, draws a crowd. This is Birch. There she goes. Boy, off the top crossbar, looked like.
Yeah.
She's got that kind of pumping motion with her cradle. It's hard to tell when she's shooting. So Tampa now, looks like they might have a little energy coming out of that timeout. This is Mott. Nothing there. All the way up top, this is Sarah Hinkle. Gonna get inside. There's a good dodge move, a little swim move there.
Yeah.
And put it in the left side there against Worker, it looked like. So good move by Sarah Hinkle. Individual effort there.
Yeah, Spartans do a good job, I think, offensively of working in traffic. And I think part of that is probably because they practice every day against a defense that will really swarm you.
Yeah.
But that's just a nice dodge, as you said, by Hinkle to get in and get that one home.
Yeah.
So the deficit down to 5.
Yeah, I think that's a really important goal for Tampa because they needed to stop the bleeding and stop the bleeding quick. So,
especially at a timeout. You saw the Lacrosse turnover on one end. They do a nice transition play, and just that was an intensity one. They needed to have that, and they did. So, draw controls have really favored Florida Southern here as of late, 25-15 on the game. And Maria Reeves has been held relatively in check in the second half, but she had 10 earlier on today. Whistle blows.
What?
Moccasin ball. No, maybe not.
I'm not sure. I wish I knew more about these draw, because it's been a couple times now that you and I are suspicious it's a substitution error or some kind of procedural error. I wish we, were a little more privy to what's going on.
Right. That's the other tough thing. The difference between the men's game and the women's game is so much. When it comes to the face-offs or the draw controls in women's lacrosse, that they all have their certain rules. And I think there might be something where after one infraction, the penalty becomes more severe or something of that nature. So either way, I think McFerrin will start with it, and the Mocs get awarded the draw.
Yeah. So the Moccasins set it up. Boy, McFerrin.
Speaking for herself there.
Yeah.
Remarkable.
Boy. Tampa gets after it and gets that scoop. Boy, too dark over there. I can't see who that is.
Yep.
Tell you what, Birch is getting downfield and she's open. Boy, good recovery there by the Moccasins. Shooting space, though. Good ball movement by the Spartans. Well, that was good recovery because I saw Birch going down. I'm like, she's going to be in front of the goal and get the ball. So we got a free position here. Looks like CC Colombo. Looks like second inside. Left-handed shot. Bounce shot. Goes right in.
Well, that's what they needed, coming out of the timeout.
Last couple of Tampa's seen some success. Cuts it down to 4. That's the time.
And we just talked about it coming out of the timeout. This is exactly what they needed: a couple defensive stops, and then come back the other way and just deposit them quickly. And that's huge. So 4-goal deficit, and you said it, with the amount of time we have left and the number of goals that we've had scored today, that's definitely a possibility.
It's a game of runs. It's much like basketball where those momentum changes are so important. So we'll see if Tampa can get this going their way. See if the Moccasins can get back under control. Boy, fans having fun at the game today. Boy, big reach there. Tampa to get that control. This is Calderman. Griffin trying to keep her outside. Boy. Looked like a bit of a wide angle, but Loudon comes up with the ball and ends up drawing a foul.
Well, I think at this juncture in the game, when you lead by 4, to get in this offensive possession, I think that and we saw Haley Dallio do it earlier. Just hang on to the ball for a little while, especially with the 90-second shot clock.
Yeah, boy, I'll tell you what.
You got to get it there first.
Yeah, a bit under pressure.
Diego's got to see Abby Hammond
here. Good stuff by Katie Yeagle there. Yeagle gets it to Hammond, and Hammond moves it on to McFerrin.
That's a good job. Yeah, she looked from the fast break and recognized nothing there immediately.
Yeah.
Lindsay Lynch has
Boy,
some real
I was
estate.
just going to say that, and she finds Smith. But Smith looked like wide right.
I guess no one got a stick on it because shot clock stays at 50 here.
Great little feed there. Was that who scored that? Dalio?
Maybe Lizzie Lynch, and I'm not sure because she went down with an injury. There's a couple on the field here. Madison Terra and Lizzie Lynch are both down. And
I think Lynch had the feed.
Get another
See,
look
Lynch
at it.
comes around. I think Lynch has the feed here. Is it Dalio? Boy, she got crushed.
Oh, yeah,
Dalio
it is.
has the goal, but
It's a Dalio from Lynch.
boy, Terra got crushed. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it's both players. And, yeah, that's Lynch and Terra down. They're both down and getting some treatment from the athletic trainers.
Yeah, Terra was off ball. Yeah. Well, it looks like both players are walking off under their own power. Don't appear to be grimacing too badly, so hopefully they
Mock goal by Lizzie Lynch.
just a knock. It's I believe Dalio is the one that got it, but Lynch with the assist.
Referees are convening.
I wonder if they're trying to decide if there's any thing that comes out of the rough play there in the end. But I mean,
Let's see if we can get another replay of the goal while we got the opportunity here. They did give the goal to Lizzie Lynch. I'm almost certain that Dalio put this in, right? Boy, it's a little hard to tell.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if she gave her the feed there.
I can't either, actually, now that you saw it.
Huh.
Yeah, I can't tell if it was Lynch or Dalio.
Yeah, the statistician today gave it to Lizzie Lynch for her 19th of the year.
Okay. Boy, it looked like a feed at first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dalio was
can't tell.
open.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
both kind of had a
Can't
shooting motion
tell.
at the same time. But
Can't tell. Anyway. Well, it looks like both players are relatively okay, and goal counts.
Yep.
After much discussion, and we'll have another draw. Under 10 minutes to go now in the game. Mocs with that 5-goal lead. Boy, Kennedy had a first opportunity. Gets it the next time, though.
wow.
Tampa with good cause turnover there. Caldwell, though.
Tampa knows they got a pressure now.
The moccasins, yeah. Boy, great little move by Reese Colwell.
Good timeout, I think.
Timeout by the Moccasins. They'll retain possession in the middle third of the field there. Abby Hammond with the ball. Well, I guess we'll take a short break here. You're watching Moccasin Lacrosse on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. All right, welcome back. Teams are coming out of the timeout. Florida Southern possession. 22-17, lots of time. No lead is very safe in women's lacrosse. So
22 goals for the Moccasins today. 12 of them have had assists so far, including 6 from Abby McFerrin. That's a pretty good indicator.
Gosh,
Yeah,
it's a great day. Ooh. Foul on Pierpont, I believe. So Smith will get another try. Ooh, ball down now. Now the ball's down. Oh, we're going to give a foul to Smith, and it's going to be Tampa ball.
Smith spiking the ball on the ground.
All right, Tampa restart now. Sarah Henkel with the ball.
Oh. Thought she might go straight to Cage there. A
no.
lot of room.
Spartans now Birch. Gosh, dumps it off to Mott. Is that Olivia Mott? No, that was Pierpont, wasn't it? Looked like Lizzie Pierpont. Great little pass by Birch.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive to keep your composure at this juncture in the game, knowing you need goals and quick.
Goal by
They
Lizard.
continue to just play their game, and I think that's the right thing to do. Like I said, the clock's going to continue to stop with every goal, so as long as you're scoring in a relatively quick amount of time, they can continue to make the extra pass. And in that instance, it was a good decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did give that to Pierpont with the assist for Madison Birch.
Yeah, it was a great little dump off by Birch. Like you said, you know, Birch probably feels like she's probably the person to go to for the goals. So
Yep.
it's really heads up play there to dump it down to the open player. Back at center. Kennedy remains steadfast for the Moccasins here at center. Big one. Go all the way back to the line. Now it's going to be chased. Boy, McLaughlin. Oh, McLaughlin with the goal. I think that was McLaughlin. Number 11, it looked like Emma McLaughlin. I don't know. We'll see. Boy. Spartans with that. That's a quick goal.
Yeah, and don't shut off a TV set just yet. I think that's 3 quick ones. Man, it is McLaughlin. That's her first of the day. And plenty of time to go.
Yeah, 8:20. Boy, that's a couple of quick goals for the Spartans with not much time.
8 seconds between the two. That's big. That's exactly what the doctor ordered for the team wearing black tonight.
Yeah. Moccasins now need to kind of batten down the hatches here. And
I think it's a good way of putting it. Obviously, they've still got a comfortable lead, for the time being, but
they got to secure a draw and then get some possession.
I think the next goal could really dictate how the rest of this game goes.
We're going to get a foul on Tampa, so it's going to be Moccasin ball. We don't like the way it restarted. We're going to restart it again. He thought it was too far. I agree with him. It's way too far from the side of the foul. It just seems like they just let them keep running these days. They don't even bring them back. So, I mean, I get it. They don't want to slow down the game, but it gets to a point where it's like, unfortunate. Madison Kennedy looked like she might have twisted her ankle, too. She really slipped. Boy, uncharacteristic there by Madison Kennedy.
Foul called here up top, and it was probably a good one. Give some time to get the defense back for Florida Southern, but this is huge. Got Colombo with it.
Great save by Worker.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, did they need that one. Because I thought, boy, there's a point-blank shot about to happen. Boy, great save by Patricia Worker there. Loudon now with the ball.
Wow.
Boy, moves it on to, was that Connolly or Learman? I couldn't see.
It's like Connolly.
Yeah, great stuff. This is Kelly with the ball.
Yep. And, oh, boy.
She'll find Caldwell in the center, but McFerrin has to come over and scoop it. Gosh, Abby McFerrin. Great work.
Pounded.
She's got a great stick.
Grassie's had some big minutes here in the second half.
Yeah. Madison Terre now. Gosh, lots of room, but you just want to kill the clock now, so. McLaughlin watching her. I mean, she's got a lot of room, but yeah, you got to take some more time off the clock on this possession, I think. Still got over 30 on the shot clock. Valley will just take a few ticks. So they're ready to go. This is McFerrin now. McFerrin will start to play up top. Great little feed from McFerrin to Smith. Boy, Smith didn't like her options. I thought she had an opening, but
10 to shoot.
Oof, big slip.
Yeah, just
Smith.
slipped.
That was a foul. That is a stick to the face. So Danny Waters is going to go take a seat. Probably not intentional, but hopefully nothing serious. I think it just probably grazed her in the face, and it kind of.
And that might be a 2-minute penalty.
Couldn't see how hard the actual cross hit her head.
This game for Florida Southern is going to be the most combined goals between two teams in a single game. Get close to cracking the record books on both goals allowed and goals scored in a game. And they're still tending to the injured Moccasin.
Yeah. Looks like she's Abby McFerrin, I believe.
Yeah, she's played a lot today, pretty much the entire time.
Yeah. Looks to be okay. Glad to see Brenna Smith get up off the turf, too. She took it looked like she really...
yeah, tough slip there.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
necessarily a contact injury.
That's where you can really... Knees and ankles I worry about when I see that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen some players, hit the ground today, but every time they've gotten right back up, and it's another example. And I think for the Mocs, this is going to be a player-up opportunity, rather, starting with a free position.
Looks like McFerrin will go off because of the injury, and Griffin will take the shot instead.
Yeah, despite the fact that, this is a great angle, I think she'll pull this out with a full shot clock.
Yeah. Yeah, shot clock reset.
Yeah, not even a look.
I mean, they got the player advantage. They're probably going to take all 90 of these seconds, I would assume, right? One would assume.
Unless they've got something that's a guarantee.
Yeah.
Which they probably will, in all honesty, the way this game's gone.
Grassy. Lexington's just content to pass it around the perimeter. Good ball movement here by the Moccasins. Still a lot of time left. There's like 45 on the shot clock, so.
Yeah, they're not really looking to set the play up just yet.
No, Tampa's looking like they're applying a little more pressure, though. Want to get this play moving. So we'll see if that forces the Moccasins' hand here. Down to about 25 on the shot clock. Probably time for the Moccasins to think about what they're going to do here. Garassi now. Moves it on to Lynch. Smith now. Smith over to Yeagle. Yeagle has shooting space. I'm not sure. Okay. I mean, it was. She was right on the left-hand border there. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I think she'll probably shoot this. There's 9 seconds on the shot clock.
I would think.
And there's nobody to her right. This should be a pretty uncontested shot, in my opinion.
Oh, great little pass to Dalio up high, though, over the net. And Lynch gets the...
Clock stops here. Oh, and it's because she doesn't have a ball. Yeah, that's why. So, yeah, and because she missed apparently the...
Oh, yeah, because there's 4 seconds on the clock. Oh, what a save by Walling.
That'll reset the clock.
Is that Ellie Griffin?
Yep.
Picked that up and put it in. I'll tell you what, it was a great pass to, I believe, Haley Dalio. And that was a great save by Walling. But alert play by Griffin to...
Look at him. Given the situation again, this is 4 seconds on the shot clock. So the whistle, Lynch, inside, Dalio, rebound.
Great save by Walling. Yeah, good stuff by Griffin. Great alert play. Amazing that many things can happen in 4 seconds. Well, I'll tell you what. Big goal for the Moccasins.
And that one could just about put this one on ice. Maybe a little too early.
Yeah, it's a little early. But Tampa did score 8 seconds apart.
That's true. A couple more draw controls here, and they really got the potential to put this one away. But that's a big one in terms of moving towards that point. And in terms of draw controls, Mocs continue to be pretty proficient. 28 of 45 on the day. Patricia Worker has 11 saves on 26 shots she's faced. Mocs continue to be efficient with 23 goals on 34 total shots, 28 of which have been on net.
All right, so the final 4:24 to play here at Barron Field. This SSC battle between the University of Tampa and your Florida Southern Moccasins.
A couple of big powerhouses in the South region.
What happened there? Boy, Florida Southern's going to get the ball. Griffin picks it up.
Wow. And they are going to hound her.
Oh, yeah.
That's harsh. Wow.
Boy.
That couldn't have felt good at all.
Yeah.
They're going to make her start with it as well.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I'd imagine this is going to happen there. Just going to go ahead and double the ball for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
If not triple.
Reese Colwell running out of room.
Good job by Abby Hammond. Just being the outlet there.
Yeah.
She should have time to get that. She will.
Good stuff.
And this is all just about finding the outlet now.
Oh, Reese Colwell. I'll be honest with you, boy. She took a hit there. I'll be honest with you, Colwell. She hasn't had a lot of, looks on the attacking end. But, boy, she's done great work in the middle third of the field today for the Moccasins.
Yeah, that's a great point. To their credit, 10 of 14 on clears, and I think the 4 failed. All came in the first half. So she's done a good job.
Yeah. Hinkle now for Tampa. Looking to push the ball up the field. She's got some room here. Boy, I don't know why she didn't shoot that. That was great play by Griffin. I'm not sure why. It was either Pierpont or Mott came up from behind the cage, and I don't know why she didn't shoot. She passed it further out.
Yeah, man, especially at this point in the game.
Yeah, but either way, the Moccasins have the ball and enjoying a 4-goal lead, but are under duress at all times here. The Spartans not giving any quarter here.
Yeah, I mentioned a lot of credit for Tampa today. Just 8 turnovers, including that one that just happened. And unfortunately, that one could be the one that does them in.
Yeah.
They played such a clean game, but that's a bad error.
Yeah. Katie Yeagle now. Nice job holding the ball. Lizzie Lynch. I'm surprised they're not putting more pressure. Here comes the double team. Got to get rid of the ball now, Lizzie. You're just going to get injured. So there's definitely a check to the head. So we got a yellow card for Tampa, and we'll have player advantage for the Moccasins. About 2 minutes left here in the game. Boy, it looks like this might be the
shot clock should reset here.
Can feel a little more comfortable.
Yeah. There's the shot clock back up to a full 90. And I agree with you. Not without a tough, gritty effort, though.
Oh, wow.
And these two teams just might find themselves playing each other later on in, of course, the end-of-year conference tournament.
Yep.
If not after that.
What is it that we're doing?
I wish I could tell you.
I'm trying to figure out why we're not restarting the play.
Officials are counting up everybody. And they're all here.
Garassi logged some valuable minutes today. Dalio now just content to kill it in the corner.
Yeah, and then they're not going to look for anything here until they've got to. And still over a minute on the shot clock. No hurry.
Farron looks for a little shooting space. Nothing there. McLaughlin now on Smith. Moccasins remaining disciplined. Yeagle. Lynch.
Still plenty of time with 40 seconds now on the shot clock.
Game clock ticking down to about a minute left. Boy, Garassi finds herself right in the middle of the 8, but I think the instructions are probably don't shoot.
Yeah.
Fans definitely appreciate the effort. Oh, missed the scoop there. Sammy Garassi tried to get the shot off, but just didn't get the scoop right. Almost. Now Walling will start things out for Tampa. Gallinson. Great play by Abby Hammond.
And that's just about do it.
Yeah, Connolly again. Ooh, there's a check to the head. Well, she's not trying to do that. She's trying to get the ball.
Yeah.
So it looks like with 12 seconds left, John, I can say we can say this one's in hand, I believe.
Yeah, there has been a lot of waiting to breathe easy, and
yeah,
it's boy, This has been one of the most captivating ones that we've seen here in a while. We've seen some pretty good lacrosse.
Yeah, such an important game, too. These Sunshine State Conference games, it's so important because you only get to play each team once.
Yep.
You know, you get one crack at it.
Right. And for the Moxons, this is going to go down as their first conference win of the year, by the way. They had that one up against Lynn that was postponed after 46 seconds or so.
Yeah. Well, it was already the time was already moved till later, and I think they didn't have enough time to get out from under the storm.
Yep. Yeah. So this one counts, though.
Yeah, great win for the Moccasins here. Just a whole team effort.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, so many players put in just great performances today.
And they faced a lot of adversity that was a little bit foreign to them. I think at this point in the season, they cruised to victory in a lot of games. Boy, the visitors from Tampa make them work today. And
oh my gosh!
I mentioned this is going to go down as the highest scoring game in Moccasin history with 42 goals between these two squads. And they certainly did put on a show today. And from start to finish, really up until this fourth quarter, it could have been anybody's ball game.
Yeah. So a great victory for the Moccasins. They end the night victorious, 23-19. They will see action next on April 9th. This weekend they'll be over at Rollins, 1 p.m. start, and that'll be I'm sure that'll be a barn burner as well.
Yeah, Rollins still undefeated on the season in the realm of women's lacrosse, and so you go from one pretty big game to yet another one against the Tars, and of course there's history there.
Yeah, and you can see with the graphics there that our wonderful producers put up, shots are relatively even. Obviously the efficiency on Florida Southern side is quite a bit better, and the draw controls definitely helped them.
Especially in the second half.
All right, so that'll do it here from Barron Field. I'm Matthew and my buddy John Kristovich saying so long till the next time we have a home game here.